What is up, guys?
That still makes me laugh.
What's happening? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past the Gravy, episode 387. And the next time we talk to you guys, we will be live at Southern Star Brewing Company for the 7th annual Past the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. And I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great to see your beautiful faces again. To see Pat in person for like the third time this year.
Gonna get day drunk. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, gonna get a little day drunk, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then just quickly before I forget to mention it, that will be our episode for next week. We're gonna record it on Saturday, and then we will release it on Monday because it's a weird Christmas week. No Wednesday episode. The Monday episode will basically be the Wednesday episode. So you'll have a whole week. I know a lot of people are driving on Monday, going to see family or whatnot, if they are doing that. And that'll just be one way. Like, you can get it early. You can do all the other stuff, and you'll be set to go to fucking...
Alex is watching soccer right now, so that's why he trailed off.
And Crystal Palace just got a red card, so fuck yes. Good news for West Ham. But, yeah, so the Monday episode will come out early. That will not be a bonus episode. It'll just be the weekly episode. Then we'll have a best of the following week, and then we'll be back to our regular bullshit in 2021. But this is the pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kids segment where... You know, we used to do the Where You Been, and we had a pandemic, so we haven't really done that. Shout out to all the people that are listening now on their way up to the Spooktacular, because I know the pre-Spooktacular episodes are typically listened to a little bit more because people are like, oh, shit, I haven't listened in a while. I should probably catch up on some PTG.
Not a problem this year, though. Everyone's had a lot of time, so everyone's been listening the whole time.
But I'm shouting out to you, whoever it is that's on their way up to Southern Star right now that's listening. Appreciate you. I understand. Life happens. Sometimes you don't listen to every episode, but we're appreciating you, and we're glad to have you back with us again, and we're going to have a fun time at the Spooktacular. My pre-cum thoughts, my question I had, first off, just, is your wife your ex-girlfriend?
Yes, unless you're one of those really annoying couples where like, oh, we're still dating because, like, we're so in love that, like, you know, it's like we're still dating. Like, that's super annoying.
You showed me a white screen, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to check your mic because I think it's a little low.
Mic is low.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just my headphones are being weird. Yeah, your mic's kind of low.
What about now? There we go.
Much better.
There we go. All right.
And
we're back.
Start.
And we're good. All right. Thank you for see, and don't hesitate to speak up for that kind of stuff, Robert, because I'm sure somebody listening was like, "What the fuck is Alex saying?" And then
honestly, I thought my headphones were being bullshit.
Okay. Well, Robert is a big audio guy, so he understands that stuff. My opening thought was, is your wife an ex-girlfriend? Like, yeah, you're still dating. Yeah. You can say that, but it's like we dated because we were still in love so much that we got married. And it's like, no, now you're married. You're not dating anymore. That's your wife at that point. I would say that is an ex-girlfriend.
100%.
But are you going to take the time to refer to them as ex-girlfriend, or are you just going to shorten it to ex? She's my ex.
You wouldn't say ex. You would just, I don't ever think you'd refer to your wife as your ex-girlfriend. But, like, in my mind, I was like, wait, is your wife your ex-girlfriend after you get married? Like, because technically she is a former girlfriend. She's current wife, former girl. You elevated her status. She got a promotion.
Mm-hmm. Now, you can't call her your ex
if you're with me.
Because if you call them your ex, it's, someone who's just, when you call someone your ex, it means you're not together anymore. When you're in a fight or you're angry with your wife, you can call her your ex-girlfriend just to annoy her.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I think you use it.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I do like that a lot.
Like
all the married gravy gang members start trying to call your wife your ex-girlfriend. Like, I don't know, you're just my ex-girlfriend. No, I'm not putting the toilet seat down.
Next time she's yelling at you and angry with you, Vic, you know what? This is why you're at my ex-girlfriend.
It starts before wife, though. It starts at fiance, doesn't it? Once you're fiance, then you're ex-girlfriend.
So yeah, once you're a wife, she's your wife, then she's even more of an ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is my
okay.
ex-fiance, my wife.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
we're
that's a good
married now.
one.
There
That's
you
a
go.
good one. Start trying to do that. Or like if you ever broke up with like if you dated in high school and like broke up and then got back together, you could be like, no, this is my ex-girlfriend. And it's like, well, she's my current girlfriend too, but she's also my ex-girlfriend.
I'm texting my buddy who's engaged right now for a
Start doing
trial run
that.
of this.
Just
Yeah.
just try it out. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Maybe somebody gets like, I don't know. I mean, there's probably some bad things that could happen, but just it seems fun. But that was my first just like my version of my answers question that I came up with. Then I also this happened to me on my way home today. I was trying to go get an Adderall refill. A boner. Oh. Yeah, I did go get I got a boner. But that's why I was wearing sweatpants. So I just tucked that shit in. It's the beauty of sweatpants. You just tuck them in right up there. But so I went to the pharmacy to pick up my Adderall refill prescription, and it was closed. And they're closed at like 1:20 to 2:20 every day. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, one, if you're closed at noon, right? Like, you close for lunch at noon. And I was just like, you don't.
Because that's when other people take their noon break to go get their prescriptions filled.
But it's also like, it's a pharmacy that typically has like 5 or 6 people there at a time. So like, why not just have rolling like lunch break? So there's always somebody
that's what
there.
I would
That would make more sense. Cause I was like, they did the whole, like they have that little sliding partition and they slid that across. And it was like, oh, we'll be back at 2:20. And I was like, fuck, I'm already here. I'm not going to get that until tomorrow. So
sorry, I mean, you're just going to have to wait an extra day for your Cialis. I mean,
it was Viagra. But I'm a big name brand guy. You know, I don't want the Cialis, that off-brand shit. I don't want that.
Your boner does not respect off-brands.
Like, lunch breaks are weird. Like when you close down a whole place to do a lunch break, unless it is a place that is solely operated by like one person. But it's like, just throw somebody else at the counter and then like, you know, tell Jeff to go over there and take his lunch break, and then Allison can take hers, and then Mark can take his, but like, make sure somebody's there.
I mean, I get it. Like for like pharmacy, not as much, but like if it's a dentist's office, like I can see that totally.
Or a doctor's office, I understand that because then you can't really see anybody.
You can book around it.
But when it's just me showing up there, and then I was just like, fuck. I saw the partition closed. I was like, now I drove all the way here for no reason. Now it's 2 trips. And I was trying to just not like, there's nothing worse than when you're like, you know what? Let me just cross this off my list. I picked up a couple Christmas presents on the way home that I was ready to get. So I was like, I am just fucking crossing shit off the list today. And then I was like, I just got to pick up my prescription. That's the last thing. And I'm ready to head home. And then fuck. Now,
I mean, if it's a small place where they only need one actual pharmacist on hand at a time, I can see it. Like if it was like Walgreens or something, that would be bullshit. But if it's just like
Walgreens.
a little,
it was a Walgreens. Not to name names, but it was a Walgreens. Bleep that out, Robert.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I've never heard of a Walgreens taking lunch break.
Oh, it happened, buddy.
No, I mean, because my mom's a pharmacist at Walgreens, and I hear all the time about how she never got a lunch break that day. And like, there's days where she literally, from the time she gets there till the time she leaves, like a 12-hour shift, won't even get to take a piss because she's so busy the whole time. And I'm like, Mom, like, you can totally just put your hand up and be like, hey guys, I'm taking 3 minutes. Like, I'm gonna go pee so I don't pee on myself while giving you your prescription. Everyone cool? Yeah.
Most people would tend to be cool in that situation. I would.
Yeah, she just keeps working. I'm like, Mom, you're gonna like blow up your bladder. It's not cool.
It's not good for you.
But yeah, no, that's bullshit. Walgreens should never close.
It wasn't the whole Walgreens. It was just the pharmacy at Walgreens.
I get that.
It was just like, fuck.
But unless this is a small, understaffed Walgreens, there's always a couple pharmacists.
I mean, it's a pandemic, so maybe that's a little bit different. But I feel like they've always had like a lunch break that I feel like they worked around it. They had the rolling one, I feel like, until fairly recently. Yeah, stagger.
100%.
That's the word.
No, that's what I worked at a Walgreens. That's what they do. I've never heard of a Walgreens pharmacy shutting down for lunch.
Okay. So, you know, I'm happy because a lot of times I pitch these ideas out, or I throw out these ideas, and y'all are like, you guys debunk them or you prove me wrong. And I feel like both of these, you're like, you know what? You're right on these. So thanks for agreeing with me, guys.
Yeah, I've got intimate knowledge of the store too. So you got an insider on this one.
Good. And then also my last pre-com discussion segment was I saw the other day there was someone, I don't know if it's DoorDash or whatever. I don't get my groceries delivered, so let me get rid of that. But I saw there was a post on Facebook that was getting a lot of interaction with it, and somebody had like ordered all this stuff, and this lady delivered it, and then was like, and they only tipped like $5, and they had like all these 2-liter bottles of soda and stuff, and they were like shaming this person for what they ordered, and I was like, one, just deliver the groceries. That was what you signed up to do. I understand that's an unfortunate thing, but I bet there's a lot of times where like the one grocery you have to drop off is like it's like one bag. So it's like you probably make that back on that, you know? Also, this is a weird thing because I'm a big tipper. I like to tip. I do tip well. I've worked in the service industry, so I start at the 15% typically, and then I usually jump it up right to 20 unless something weird happens or something shitty happens. But I'm usually a 20-25% tipper guy most of the time.
Yep.
And I tip on DoorDash orders. I do order a lot of DoorDash, but that's like, hey, you know, I ordered Torchy's Tacos yesterday. They dropped the food off at the door. They knocked on it. It was awesome. It was great. And then I tipped like $6 or $7 or whatever. So I'm usually like $5, $6, $7, sometimes $8. But like, I'm not tipping you based on the money that I spent on everything. Like if I dropped $200 at a grocery store that I like, if I was getting groceries delivered, I don't think I should be expected to like put a 15% tip on the groceries for you when you get paid by the app. And then somebody was arguing like, well, you know, it's basically like they're working for tips. And I was like, it's kind of like the waitress thing, but everybody knows that waitresses and waiters are paid like on tips. They live on tips basically. But like, I didn't know that. Like, how am I like, I would assume that like I pay a fucking ridiculous delivery fee for DoorDash. I would assume that any of the grocery delivery services also have a ridiculous, like on DoorDash, it'll be like, all right, well, you just your order from the place is $20. Let's process it. And so your total will be $48.99. Like, wait, what happened? And it's like, we have delivery fee, you have the service fee, you have this, you have to, you know, the driver thing, and then your tip is the next thing. It's like, well, I just assumed that you guys got like $20 extra out of me. I assumed that some of that was going to the driver and that I shouldn't have to tip $34 on a fucking delivery.
I'm with you.
Well, you delivered pizzas too. Like that's the thing with pizzas too.
I didn't get tipped on a lot of times, and I didn't expect to get tipped, honestly. And like I was never like, dude, what the fuck, bro?
But like they have a delivery charge, but that delivery charge is not the same as a tip.
Right. But then like
so
I would
that's
get
kind
like,
of the same thinking with the DoorDash. Like they have all these fees, but that's not the same. That's not the same thing as a tip.
And it's like not like I don't tip, but like I just don't feel like that if you ordered, like if you had a holiday get together and you didn't feel safe going to the grocery store, but somebody was there like and you ordered $200 worth of groceries, like you shouldn't have to tip $20 on those groceries, should you?
I don't really think so. I mean, it was
a third floor apartment. The lady was like, well, I was 100 pounds. Like I'm about 100 pounds. And it's like, okay, but like, I don't think that the person ordering thought that there would be a 100-pound woman that was doing that, trying to carry him up the stairs. And it's like, they're stairs, man. They're stairs.
Okay,
you don't have to carry a mule.
What about like restaurants? You get a $200 bill. Are you still only going to leave like $5 to $8?
What's a restaurant though? It's different to me.
That's service. That's service.
Because you're waiting on me, you're refilling my
service.
stuff, you're doing all that.
No.
They went to go to the store, they shopped it, they brought it to you, then they took it up flights of stairs. Is that not a service?
No, but in a restaurant, they're waiting on you and being attentive to you. This is just A to B delivery.
But then you also don't have like the wait staff. Like you don't have like a wait service fee that's added to it. It's like $30. Like if that was the case, then it'd be yeah. Like you don't have those fees that they do just because they're like, well, it's a convenience fee basically. And it's like, that's not my fault that you signed up for something that like, if you're getting fucked like that, it's like, is the risk worth the reward? And like, I'm not saying it's not a shitty situation. That is a shitty situation, but it's like, I don't know. I kind of was turned off by the bitching about it online.
Yeah. It's like, it's weird because it is
online.
It is a new industry. It's a new industry for grocery delivery, so it is a little weird, but it's just like, I mean, you know what you're signing up for. You know you're potentially
look at what they were gonna get and like veto it, right? You could be like, yeah, I'm not gonna take that order.
Maybe, but I mean, like that's kind of the thing is some people shop for multiple hundreds of dollars worth of groceries at a time, so you know you could be signing up for very labor-intensive deliveries. It is what it is. And it's weird to expect a large tip off of something that's already running somebody a couple $100
Because
when it's
you had to
just
go up 3 flights of stairs.
when in all essence it is still just a delivery.
Because then I saw people on the comments that were like, well, hey, like, why don't you just go meet them out there? Like, go meet them so you can carry. I was like, one, because you paid for delivery. Like, at DoorDash, there's people, they'll call me, and I always have the whole, like, go dial this at the buzzer. I'll let you in. Go to this floor. Then you go here. Like, I have it all typed out. So it's like, you should be able to find it. And so many times I get the call, like, hey, I'm at the gate. Can you come meet me? I'm like, if you look at the instructions, just go to the buzzer and I'll buzz you in and you can drop it off. Cause like I paid for you to dash it to my door. I didn't pay for you to meet me at the gate.
It's DoorDash, not near my building dash.
Right. And it's like, I understand, like, yeah, whatever. Like, and if like you're just completely lost, I have gone to meet people before, but it's like, usually I'm like, all right, man, just there's instructions. Let's figure this out. And it does suck. In a lot of those apps, you have to like tip beforehand. And, like, there's nothing worse than when you leave, like, a $9 tip on somebody and then, like, they, like, make you meet them at the gate. You're like, fuck you, dude. Like, I've tried to explain it, like, 30 times on how to go around. And you have the instructions. You can't figure it out. And, like, you can't go take back part of the tip.
Yeah.
You should be able to. But like, give me $2 right now.
I know in, like, Uber and Lyft, you can, like, change the tip.
I think you can add to it. I don't think you can take away from it. But usually you don't tip until after the ride.
True.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's just some opening thoughts. Some opening thoughts I had for this week, and I feel like this was
really
pretty,
it's just fuck people that go online looking for pity.
That sign up, yeah.
Like, bitch to your friends. Don't go online to try and like blow up someone's spot because you're like, I feel like I wasn't treated right. Like, and shut up. You're an adult.
We've gone on about that the bartender stuff, and it's like I agree. Bartenders get fucked a lot of times, but like when you're a bartender, you know that there's gonna be nights where you're leaving with like $1,000 in tips. But there's also gonna be nights where you might not leave with that much, and like you gotta know there's gonna be good and bad. And yeah, you can complain about it. I understand that, but like be like, but you should tip on every single drink you get, no matter what it is. And it's like, bro, if I'm drinking bottled beer, I'm giving you $1 like every 3 times. Like I don't like if I'm ordering a craft cocktail that takes 5 minutes to make, then yes, I throw money down. I tip. And I don't think I'm like a super cheap guy. But like
I just pay tabs at the end. I don't pay by the drink.
That's smart. But people get very carried away with the whole tipping culture, and it's like, dude, because you brought like I can't remember. Willie's Ice House has it where it's like they're food runners, but they're not waiters. You order at the big thing when you walk in, and then they bring you your food. And like they work, like one of the guys bitched at my friend for work, and he was like, we work for tips. And he's like, well, you didn't really wait on us. Like we got up and refilled our drink. You brought us food once and then asked if everything was okay another time. Like that's not like I appreciate it.
Yeah, if they work for tips, that's a bullshit system they have going at Willie's Ice House.
No. I don't like shitting on people's jobs because it's a tough time right now, and I respect anybody that's out there hustling and working. But like, I also think that like people are like, but I need more. And you're like, you got to also realize like those people. There's also people that are struggling too. So if they're not tipping you $35 on your grocery order, I don't think you can get that upset. Just move along to the next house, and you'll probably get a better deal. You know.
There you go.
Anybody else got anything? Any riveting discussion topics you'd like to bring up?
What's the best kind of wind?
Ooh.
Because I made a list here. I'm trying to figure out which one is the best kind of wind. Are gale force winds the best? Is a gust of wind? What about tornado? A breeze? Breaking wind?
Breaking wind is the funniest.
Is there a best kind of wind?
Okay, first of all, I would say it cannot be gust because just as often as a gust of wind is going to take the ball out of the park and help your team, you're also going to get that gust of wind that stops the fly ball from going out and your team loses 5-4 in the ninth.
But so sometimes the gust of wind, it's like she's wearing the sundress, she's walking in front of you and just and you're like, oop, got a little got it. But I wasn't being a perv.
The correct answer is it's a cool breeze when it's hot as shit outside, like during the summer. When you're just walking somewhere and it's hot as shit and the only break you get is when the wind picks up a little bit and that cool breeze just brushes across your face. Oh,
I like gust of wind. I think tornadoes, not good. I don't like tornadoes. Big anti-tornado guy here. Gale force, that's like hurricane winds, right?
That's a pretty strong wind.
So problematic. I don't like that. They ruin stuff. I like gusts of wind. And whatever the wind was that blew up
breeze on a
like
hot
Marilyn
day.
Monroe's little like dress thing.
Well, that was actually just steam from a vent.
But it was
Your
kind of
steam
like
from
wind.
event.
Yeah, you're
I'm gonna go with gust too. I like gust.
Oh wow!
And gust sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
It gets cold outside for a couple days, and you guys forget about how nice a nice cool breeze is on a hot summer day.
Well, it could be a gust of wind that is a nice cool breeze.
Yeah, but you don't have a nice cool gust on a hot summer day.
I think we're talking specifically about the same breeze. Kind of wind.
Nobody's ever said, "Ooh, I liked that nice cool gust of wind on this hot summer day." It's always a cool breeze.
Wind's like a weird. Wind is weird as shit to me. Where it's just like, where do you come from?
Like,
what is like? How does it happen?
I don't understand. It's birds and butterflies flapping their wings, and tectonic plates moving mountains, and that displaces air. And none of this is correct, but it's totally how it happens.
It could be. You know, it seems legit to me at least, but
it's just Jean-Claude Van Damme just stands in his backyard in the Netherlands and just does spinning kicks in the air, and the force of that just creates all of the wind in the world. And also, that's what powers all the windmills in the Netherlands. It's just Jean-Claude Van Damme doing spinning back kicks in his backyard.
I remember.
Prove me wrong.
I tried. There was this like they called it a beach club in Cinco Ranch where we grew up, and they had these like sailboats you could go out with. And me and my friend took a sail. You could like rent them, and we went. And there was this like little like small like lake that we went out on, and we realized like there was no wind, and we didn't really know how to sail. And then like the guy was like, dude, just let the wind do its job, man. And I was like, what? And it was like, he was probably some senior in high school or like some dude that was back from college.
Shit.
But like, he was like, just let the wind do its job, man. And I remember we're just like laughing to each other, like, dude, just let the wind do its job. And it was like, wind is not doing shit. It's not even blowing right now. What is it? It's not doing its job.
Paddle me out an oar.
Well, yeah, we got a paddle and we were able to come back with that, but like it was just like that doesn't make any sense. Like that just means do nothing.
You should have just jumped off the side and swam back and be like, the wind wasn't doing its job, so we left it. Go get it.
Just try like work that into a conversation, Nick. It was one of the funniest things I ever heard at that point in my life. Was it just let the wind do its job, man?
That kid was 100% high.
It's just funny though. But yeah, wind, confusing as shit. I don't understand how it works. Maybe we'll have a scientist come and explain wind to us on an episode next year.
Somebody at the Spooktacular is gonna be like, actually, guys, just to let you know, it's blah blah. I'm like, nah, it's JVD. It's JVD. JCVD.
JC, I was about to say. I think you.
I was like, I'm missing something here.
All right, let's get into
John Van Damme does not sound right. I don't like that.
Yeah, John Van Damme. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Let's get into our Comeback Kid segment, guys, where we tell you what is back in the news in our minds. Sometimes we just shoehorn it in, but here we go. It's the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. This week's first Comeback Kid, vaccines. It's the second time we've used it as a Comeback Kid. Vaccines are back because the first Rona vaccines have been handed out and administered is the word I was looking for. They've been administered. And also it's just like, how awkward do you think that the people have to be that are, I guess in the U.S. like is where it is. Like last week it was in the U.K. I want to say, but the like every time that it's like, well, this is the first one in Idaho that was administered, and it's just like some guy or lady sitting in a chair, and like all these people are clapping. I was like, that's gotta be so awkward to be the person. It's like, I don't want to go first. Could I just?
I'll go first. Fuck it.
Everybody's not clapping at me and like making me like it's weird.
I mean, I want to go first because I want all the cameras on me. just to be like, it burns. No, I'm just kidding. Just to freak people out.
I think it's hilarious the amount of people that are like, well, it's just the way the government's going to track you. I was like, I don't think they're putting. Actually,
now that I think about it, I don't want to do that because people will definitely cut it right before I was like, I'm kidding. And they'll be like, and Alex Jones could be like, see, the gay frogs are fucking with the vaccines and they're killing people. And
he could say that.
Like, I'm just going to help Alex Jones and his crazy ass fucking followers.
You wouldn't want to do that, no. But vaccines are back, and
you want to hear something not shocking at all?
I do want to hear that.
My brother totally not on board with it.
No,
not like he's not an anti-vaxxer like in general.
He's like, I'll make my own vaccine.
This one, he's like, nah, I ain't trusting the government. He's like, I'm gonna wait a while and see how this shit plays out. But like every day, I got a chain with him and his other buddy. A group chat, and it's just there's always like every day there's a new one about like, nah, fuck this vaccine. Like, we don't trust this one at all.
Which one are they talking? Are they talking Moderna or are they talking Pfizer? Because I'm a big medical company guy now. I know two of the names.
I only knew there was a Pfizer one. I didn't know Moderna had one.
Moderna, bro. It's 94% effective. This guy thinks like he's keeping up with the times much.
I heard the vaccine's coming and I didn't pay attention that there was two coming.
People like myself and Robert that are, up to date on the medical community. We know things. All right.
I don't know shit. I know about the win.
None the Pfizer.
Not flat.
That was good.
Thank you.
That's what we got Bobby jokes here for. He drops those.
I mean,
that was his joke for the day.
There's only so much knowledge I can store in this brain, and like Jean-Claude Van Damme's feet are like actively kicking other things out of there, so I can only hold on to so much.
Mm-hmm. No, understandable. Okay, always keep your head on a swivel when you're worried about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
You never know.
Because if he hits you with that foot, your head will be on a swivel.
Our other comeback kid we got is Dix. Big week for Dix, fellas. Shout out
Swangin'
to Dix. I would say, is this the biggest week for Dix since Harambe passed? Maybe since Dix out for Harambe, I would say Dix have been bigger than ever. That's what she said. I would say this has been the biggest time for Dix since Dix out for Harambe. Although Jeffrey Toobin did have his own little Dix story. But that little dick story. You got that, guys. But that was more so just to him. Cyberpunk, the game. I have never played it. I don't know if it's a brand new. Like, I know it just came out with a new one. Like, it's not a sequel to anything else.
No.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
Because I got like really into Fallout 4 when that came out, and I was like, wait, there were 3 other ones of these. Like, I've never heard of it. And people were like, oh,
you're dumb.
It's a solid franchise. I just never was like a role-playing game guy typically, but
outside of the bedroom, right?
I'll say that's where I keep my role-playing in, fellas.
Talking dude stuff.
Hey, just guys, locker talk, fellas. Ladies, take a break, fellas. You know what we're talking about. Try that if you're doing any stand-up. It does not go over well.
Ladies, earmuffs.
Everybody just walked. Half of the audience just walks out on you at that point. But
call them broads too. They love that.
They do. They really do. But yeah, dicks are back. It's a big dick week because the video game Cyberpunk came out, and I would say the number one thing that was talked about on Cyberpunk was not the game that's about being like a hacker in the year 2077. It's about the fact that when you're creating your character, you can make him have a big dick or a small dick or like a vagina dick. You can make him have whatever kind of dick. You can have circumcised, uncircumcised, whatever. It's all the options.
I heard that was a rumor. I don't think you actually can choose circumcised or uncircumcised. Can you, Robert?
I saw one guy. It looked like you could.
I know you've been playing with the dicks.
I have no idea. I've not. Cyberpunk has not interested me at all, so I haven't even looked into it.
Here's my question. Like, there's no way you don't give your dude just a gigantic dick, right? Because I've heard apparently, like, how you make your character look, like your attractiveness, actually affects like how people treat you in the game. So like, unless you want to play on ultra hard mode and make your guy like fat with a micro
No,
penis. Like,
ultra
of
hard mode
course.
would just mean he always had a boner.
Well, I mean, if you have a micro penis, it doesn't have any room
Right,
to
you
grow
might
or
not
move,
see
so
it.
technically it's always hard. But like, yeah, of course you're gonna make yourself at least semi good looking, and then you're just gonna give yourself an absolutely like fucking hang down hammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because and then also, I don't know if you saw this. A lot of people are getting the glitch to where like when they create their character, their dick is just hanging through their pants. So like they'll move around and you just watch the dick flop around. So then, of course, you have to make the biggest dick possible because it's the more it moves and just kind of like swings around, the funnier it becomes.
Right. And then I feel like there had to be people that like they got the game solely because of that. And like that's like they're like, I don't know what else to do with the game. Like my guy has a giant dong.
Give him an absolutely like massive dick, and then like make him wear just short shorts, so like the tip of your penis is always hanging out of the shorts the entire game.
But it was really like I watched way too many like Instagram or Twitter videos of a guy be like, and so here is how you make a dick on Cyberpunk. Like this is my guy right here. So you can make it really small, you can make it really big, and I was just like, why am I watching this fourth video? like, like, why do I care this much? I don't care. It's just like this is an absolutely absurd feature that they have thrown into a game, and like it's something like, dude, I got an idea. If we could like. You make your own dick in the game. Like, why would we need that? Like, they're gonna wear pants. Nah, dude.
Well, they're doing it to be completely inclusive to anyone, so you can have whatever genitalia you want, like to your own gender identity. That's why they did it, to be super inclusive. Because it's 2077. Nobody cares at that point.
Nobody does.
But I can't wait. I think it's gonna be hilarious when like they release a Cyberpunk VR game. And in VR, you have to create your dick, and the only way you can do it is by like actually grabbing and like stretching.
But you don't have it, Pat, do you? I know Robert said he's not in.
No, I'm sure somewhere down the line I'll get it, like in I don't know a year or two when the price comes down or something. But like I've just got other games I got to play, and there's a lot of bugs going on in the game right now too. So I'll get it in a couple years when all the bugs are ironed out and it's really the polished, finished game that people have been talking about for a long time, when it was already delayed like 4 times, and then by the time it got released it was still nowhere near finished. It's not a finished game, but they kept having to rush it out. But that's games now. They just release games and then like, oh well, the user base found some errors, so we're gonna patch it. Be like, why can't you just finish your fucking game before you put it out so I can enjoy it?
Bitching, I'm like, oh, why isn't the game out yet? I want the game now. I want to play it right now. The fuck, dude?
Stop announcing it so goddamn early, and this won't be a problem.
That is true. That's like the big thing now to be like, hey, in 12 years we got this game coming out. Like that's what like Marvel did. They're like,
that's
all
what
right,
you should do.
So this is the first movie, but in 13 years we'll wrap it all up.
And then phase 2 starts.
Then what part of phase 2 are we in?
Actually, no. Actually, we're in phase 4.
Phase 4.
Yeah. The first each section is going to have 3 phases, which is each like 5-6 movies.
What does like the phase consist of? Like the same events that they're working around?
No, that's just kind of what the word that they used when they started breaking it up into. Like here's the first all the way up to the first Avengers was phase 1, because it was each person had their own movie, and then phase 2 was like Thor 2, Captain America 2, and then but like as they started adding more characters in, it's not like everything was 2, 3, 4, and now we're like 7 franchises deep, all in it. So it kind of is what it is.
Our next comeback kid is poop in your pants. The age-old accident of poop in your pants. And as a former pants pooper myself, I'd like to, thoughts and prayers, T's and P's to Lamar Jackson for pooping his pants. He said he didn't, but that was you saw that walk. You saw that walk. We all saw that walk. It was a poop walk.
I mean, it could be.
It was a poop walk.
Trace McSorley. I mean, and as the backup quarterback, your job is to support your guy. But he was like,
he was crampy.
I mean, but also like, if you've
Robert,
ever tried
did you
to
see
move,
it?
I think I did.
if you've ever tried to like
Doesn't seem
put a little
confident
bit of
enough.
hustle on while your calf is cramping, like you do kind of run like everything's rigid, so it does look weird.
I'd still like to think he had like pooped himself or was about to poop himself.
Here's the thing. The only reason I'm gonna not think he did, even though it's way funnier to go with it, is
I'm gonna say he did.
he missed almost 3 drives. I'm sorry, if some of the poop has already left your body, it doesn't take you that long to get your pants off, jump in the shower, get the shit off your legs, put pants back on, and get back on the field. Doesn't take 3 drives worth of time.
Yeah,
that's like,
but then at
that's
that
like
point you're
15
like,
minutes.
fuck, this is gonna look bad if I come back and they're like, dude, Lamar totally just left to go take a shit. That's why he's like, yo, trainer, I'm showered up. Come out here and stretch me out a little bit. Then I'll say I had a cramp. That's my conspiracy theory I got going, where it was like, all right, like, you know, your trainer's your boy. He's your dude. He's gonna look out for you. He's just like, yo, bro, I got a shit real bad. And he's like, all right, well, I'll meet you. And he's like, what? Like, okay. And he's like, all right, well, I gotta like pull the pants off, shower real fast, clean out my ass, and then you know, stretch me out for a second. Just we'll say that was what it was instead of me having to go poop.
No. He's a competitor. He wants to be able to, like, I want to believe it. It's so much funnier if he pooped.
He is a competitor, and you can.
So he's not going to stay
poop.
in there. Yeah, but he's not going to be.
And
Well,
notice how much better he played when he came back.
Let me
him do a
stay off
game-winning
the
drive.
field. Let me stay off the field so the Browns can get back in it. No.
It is ironic
want to
that
believe
he was playing the Browns
It
when he may or may not have had to go drop a deuce.
was absolutely perfect timing, though. Trace McSorley fucks up his knee, and right then Lamar's jogging back out.
He's like, I just finished pooping, guys. I'm good. And like, when it was staged, and McSorley had to like pretend he was hurt. They were like, just all right, you know, hey, Lamar had a poop accident, he had a poop issue, and just, you know, we need you to get in there, but then just, you know, grab your knee, go act like you're hurt. And he's like, all right, team player. He's a team player.
Yeah.
You're not gonna...
Go ahead and take a sack for like 5 yards on 3rd down, so we need a 4th and fucking 14.
Exactly. That's what everybody's doing these days. That's the old rope-a-dope. That's what the Giants have been doing to the league all year. We'll start 1-7, then we'll go on a 4-game winning streak to get everybody right where we're like, okay, Giants are good again, and then JK, we're gonna lose a game, so you think we're bad again, and then we're playing the Browns. Boom, watch this. Now, if Colt McCoy has a poop game, I'm very nervous.
I don't know how more people don't poop their pants out there, man.
They have to, right?
Like a little bit. Like, or are these guys just so highly trained that like they can hold it, and then even though they're being like just slammed repeatedly over and over, and then at halftime they're just like unleashing the Kraken?
I think it's kind of crazy, like that your body just knows to like not piss when you're sleeping. Like that's nuts to me. Like your body.
Actually,
we don't do that now. Not right now.
I mean, now that I think about it, it's really not that crazy, except that I'm just so used to pooping now whenever I have to, because I don't have any responsibilities like sports and stuff like that when I can't. So like I'm just used to pooping whenever, but like I played sports my entire childhood. I can count on one hand the amount of times that during a baseball game I had to go run to the concession stand to take a piss. And we're talking thousands of games.
Yeah.
And like playing football growing up, never had to poop in the middle of the game.
One time I did it. The one time I did have to go pee during a football game was that time I told you about where I ended up peeing in like the trophy case at Katy High School. And it was because like the one time I had to go pee, the coach was like, no, fuck you. And I was like, what? Okay, I guess like this. Like you're just not allowed to pee during football games, apparently.
Tell that to Mark Schlereth. He will tell you, just piss your pants.
He's a piss dog. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, he's pissed off.
Mark Piss Dog Schlereth. That's what they call him.
God, I love that guy.
Oh, he's kind of a fucking dickhead. He's kind of a dickhead when he's calling games. I don't think I like him that much.
Oh, I love
games.
Him. But it's well established that I like people that are mean. Like, I like dickheads.
Yeah.
Really
I
nothing
like
there,
him on
guys?
ESPN. I don't really like him in the booth as much. But he probably wouldn't like me anyway, so who gives a shit?
I mean, like, I liked Jackson on Big Brother. I like assholes.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
It's funnier to
I
me
that
that way.
says that me and Robert, but
That you're good people.
You don't like us? You don't like us then?
No, I don't. I didn't say I only like assholes, but it's just and when everyone's like, "That guy's a dick," I don't like him. I'm like, "Yeah, he's funny." Fuck the other guys. I'm going for that guy now, just because he pisses
that's why
everyone
you're such
else
a big
off.
Trump fan.
Who, Jackson?
No, you.
Oh no, that's Robert.
Oh, I mean, Robert too. That's why you guys like before the podcast, all they talk about is Trump, and I'm like, guys,
Dude, I was the Green
we gotta
Party.
record a podcast, and they're just like MAGA. I'm like, dude, Robert, you can't say MAGA on the podcast. And he's like,
No.
I'm gonna start my own MAGA podcast.
You got me all
Right,
wrong.
you
like,
can do that.
I still pull for the Bull Moose Party.
Mhm.
Big Teddy Roosevelt guy.
I actually was a Whig Party kind of guy.
You know, you just like going to Whig parties.
Well, that's
It's not
too.
the
That's
same
what,
thing.
that's what drew me in.
But the Whig Party was WHIG, Alex.
The
You were
Whigs.
the Whigs.
The Whigs. We got to move on. We got.
Let's bring back the Whigs.
So, pooping your pants, comeback kid, another comeback kid, the Cleveland Indians. And I can say that right now because the name hasn't changed.
They're a goodbye kid almost.
They're a back kid because they're back for one more season. But remember, like, was it Chief? Is it Chief Wahoo or Chief Wahoo? Whatever
Wahoo.
it was. The mascot from Major League, when they removed that from all of their branding and everything, that was like a year or two ago. I think this was the first full year they did it. They just had the C. But that always bugged me with the not like the Indian on the hat, because like I've told you guys many times, like I think that it's weird when you just have like a picture on your hat in baseball. You should have to have a letter. There should have to be lettering on your hat, and not just like the Orioles one with just the bird. I'm like, fuck you. Put the O's up there. Put the O.
I love the bird. I love the bird.
I don't like the old school one where it was just like the bird, like the like throwback.
I like that
where
one
it's just
even
his
more.
face. No, it takes up too much space.
Well, it's like the
that.
cartoon bird, like in a little baseball uniform. That dude's
because he's
fucking
also
badass.
wearing a hat, and it's like you have a bird wearing a hat on your hat. That's hilarious.
It's hatception.
It is. It really is. And he's wearing a different hat than you are wearing, which is kind of crazy. Because he has the O's hat.
Yeah.
On, and then you're wearing the bird wearing the O's hat.
And inside of that O is another little bird wearing another little hat. It's like a window into your mind.
Exactly. It really is. This is the hard-hitting topics that we're discussing today. But the Cleveland Indians are changing their name starting the 2022 season. And it was funny because when it first came out, they're like, well, they might go by the Cleveland baseball team. You know, the Washington, that's been successful so far. They may go by that. And then they were like, actually, we're going to keep the name for one more year, and we'll change it in 2022. They got to be the Cleveland Steamers, right?
Oh man, that would be great, but
it won't. Cleveland.
It won't be allowed.
Spiders, I think, is maybe the front runner because they used to be like back in 1776. I believe they were the Cleveland Spiders or whatever the fuck the explanation I saw was. Spiders is a cool name. Spiders is a cool name.
I thought or that it would be cool if they just took the name of a tribe that was, indigenous to the area, and I was like, but I thought about it.
They're trying to get away from.
No, but I was like, if they were the Cleveland Algonquins or like something like that, and I was like, that would be cool. But then I was like, you're gonna get white people dressing up like fucking Indians then.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you
that's
gotta avoid all
idea.
of that.
Yeah,
you gotta avoid all of that.
You just got to get rid of it completely.
But
which, in its own way, sounds bad. Like, you know what? Let's just not have any sports teams giving any recognition anymore, which, like, I get. But, like, someone will turn, like, eventually there's going to be the think piece written, like, why sports are trying to erase Native Americans from
absolutely.
culture.
And it will probably be Deadspin.
Or Vice.
Well, they're basically the same thing if you think about it. Like,
Vice
I love reading. I hate Deadspin, but I follow them on Twitter, and I love watching their posts because they just have the most like clickbaity headlines, and it's like, racist Cleveland Indians finally decide to change their name a little too late, and it was like, what? Like, that's a lot. That's very loaded. Or that's a super loaded question. And then like they were like race baiting about like people accuse Lamar Jackson of pooping his pants when why can't a black athlete do this? And I was like, I don't think it was because I don't think it was at all because of the color of his skin. It was because of the way he walked. I think if Trace McSorley had gone to the locker room like that, people would be like, did Trace McSorley just shit himself? Like, it was, people like to talk about poop. People talk about poop. That was what it was. Like, there was nothing racial about it. Or the fucking was knocking out Nate Robinson racist that Jamel Hill had. That fire take that she had a week or two ago. Like, that's who runs Deadspin. And I love watching Deadspin because if you look at, like, go look at any Deadspin tweet, and they have a bunch of followers, and they have, like, 0 engagement on every single post. Because nobody fucking cares, and they probably have a lot of bots that they paid for. But, like, they'll, like, post something, and then they'll have, like, 3 responses, and it's, like, been a post that's been up for, like, a day.
I might try and get blocked by them then. Like, if I could just start commenting on everything they do, they'll recognize it. I like to imagine
more like meat spin. Do that.
I like to imagine the editor.
Do you know what meat spin is, Robert?
No.
Google it.
Go check it out. You're gonna love it. It's meatspin.com.
No, yeah. I mean, I've heard, like, always go look it up, but I never do.
No, go look it up, dude. Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
No.
Do it. It'll be great.
Honestly, when you were talking about it a little earlier, I looked up Cleveland Steamers. I'm like, why is that funny? Because I don't understand that reference.
You still have it pulled up?
No, I exited out already. I just Googled, like, the definition.
Read it to the people.
I gotta look it up again.
Maybe they should be the Cleveland Lemon parties, right, Alex? No, I like to picture that the Deadspin editor-in-chief, like, when they bring him the headlines, he's just like the college kid who's working the slide at the pool, like, who's a lifeguard, where, like, he just waits 5 seconds and then says go. So he doesn't even, like, proofread it. He's like, hey, boss, can we run this? Huh? Yeah, go.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Or basically, like, me managing the restaurant. When the servers come up and go, can we do this? I'm like, yeah.
Whatever. What is it? For those of you who don't know what a Cleveland steamer is.
Yeah, the definition is a sexual act involving defecating on someone's chest, then sitting in it and rolling back and forth like a steamroller.
Like, how funny would it be if it was like, all right, the New York Yankees take on the Cleveland Steamers on Sunday Night Baseball.
Man, this rain is really just dumping on him right now. We're in a delay. Dude, can we have a new segment where it's Robert's dirty phrase of the week and we just give him something to Google and he has to read it?
That would actually be a pretty funny segment if Robert would be down for that.
Well, I mean, as long as it's nothing, like, truly bad, but just, like, stuff like Cleveland Steamer. Lemon Park.
I do like that. Like, when we said it, I did notice he was, like, looking at his computer. I didn't put together that that's what he was looking up. But then also, if it's not, like, that mainstream of a name, it would be that would make it even more funny if it was just, like, an inside joke and everybody's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, because I was thinking
that you already have across town. Why not have the Steamers?
I was thinking that it was something to do with, like, the Industrial Revolution and steamboats and, like, something.
That's what you sell people.
Well, no, yeah, that's what you would make the logo, but all the cool kids would know.
It's just a steamroller is the fucking, like, the logo. But then we're like, we get it. We know what that is. You have to change the C to brown instead of red.
Next week, we're going to have Robert look up the Cosby sweater.
Don't do that. But do look at meat spin real fast while you're at it. It's just like there's a butcher. There's a butcher, and he has just, like, cuts of meat that he puts out, and they just spin around on this little thing. You're like, go tell us, like, is it ribs or is it brisket today?
I did tell a girl in college that it was a search engine. It was a new search engine like Google. And, yeah, she opened it in front of her mom.
Mom, no, use meat spin, Mom.
I laughed all semester.
As you should.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, the Cleveland Indians changing their name. We get to call them the I-words for a whole season, I feel like. And then I do like the Washington football team, like, when people are like, whoa, hey, ho. Like, because people still do that, and you're like, whoa, hey, buddy, don't say that word. You don't say that now. Like,
I can't believe they're still going another year as just the Washington football team. Like, just make it the Red Bulls and be fucking done with it.
If you make the playoffs, you have to, though, because you're like, well, we were good with that name.
Well, no, it's because as soon as you drop the R Word's name, that's when you got good. So now you just need something to unify behind an actual name. Just be the Red Wolves.
You see, when we end racism, we all win.
Oh, you know it'd be fucking hilarious though if Dan Snyder, just to piss everyone off, as soon as like they came up with a new name, he sold the naming rights to the stadium to Red Man Chew. Welcome to Red Man Stadium.
I wonder what they would like. Red Wolves makes sense, but also like that's a weird fucking. Like,
yeah, but then they can still keep the like, you know, HTTR hashtag hail to the Red Wolves now.
You hail to
keep
wolves.
The colors. Yeah.
I think it's funny. I noticed this a lot over. Like, I watched a shit ton of football again this weekend, like I always do. But on Sunday specifically, that like NFL shop, because I guess it's because of Christmas, was like, yeah, get all your team gear, and they kept like one of the teams that they kept flashing up was like Washington football team. I was like, it looks like you were like in high school when you would like have to design stuff for the baseball team or whatever, and it was like Cinco Ranch baseball. Like it looks like it's like the most generic looking font. It looks like a created team that you actually went out and bought the.
It's 100% a created team.
For.
Like it's a Madden created team.
I don't know what like the W that they have, whatever the font that they have is. Why didn't they just put that on the helmets? That looks cooler. I'm a big anti-numbers on helmets guy. I think Alabama, you can get away with it. I think Georgia Southern can get away with it because those are two programs that have always had that. But like professional players don't need numbers on their helmet. I will accept the Chargers because the Chargers have it below a decal. You have to have a like I told you, with the fucking letters have to be on your baseball hats. Like I don't just want a straight up picture. I want a decal. I don't just want fucking numbers unless again you're Alabama or Georgia Southern.
I can dig it.
Because everybody already has numbers on their helmet anyways. It's like you're just that bland. You're like we couldn't think of it. Just
I kind of like
W it. On all of those helmets.
They zigged when everyone else is zagging.
It looks cheap. It looks high schoolish.
You just don't like it because it's a rival.
But they're like the rival I hate the least in the NFC East.
Yeah, but like your whole thing this year was like, at least our defense is good. And they were like, well, yeah, but our defense is even better. But our offense is also worse.
Right. So we got that. And we did beat them twice. So if so facto, anything they win, the Giants can say that we also co-won.
Yeah, but they're sole lead right now. I need you to remedy that. I bet on your guys.
For now they are. Moving on. Cleveland Indians. Robert, do you have any ideas, any name suggestions you think they should go with?
I don't. I like you were saying wolves. I know you're saying red wolves, but I kind of look like just wolves. Werewolves.
Oh,
cool.
Dude,
if they Cleveland Spiders, that sounds cool.
Bro, if they came out and stole one of the names that Washington was looking at, like Red Wolves is the favorite for them. So
the Cleveland Red Wolves.
If Cleveland just came out, well, I'm sure Red Wolves have been taken, but if they just came out like we're the Wolves and just like stole wolves from Washington to fuck them up, they're like, we had a whole year we were getting ready and we were going to like put all these designs together, and then you guys came in and took the wolves, you dicks. And everyone in the world is just like, yeah, well, fuck you, Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Snyder.
I mean, you should love him.
I do. I love like the fact that the NFC East has probably two of the worst owners in professional sports owning two teams that I don't like. So that's good. If Jeffrey Lurie could just be more of a piece of shit like he was for the majority of the time he owned the Eagles, that would be great. But right now they're a little bit of a dumpster fire too.
It was all Frank Reich. Before
we get into football, just Jalen Hurts is a fraud, okay? Jalen Hurts is not going to be Jalen Hurts the way you like. No. Just enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it while you did, Eagles, because it's not going to last.
Eagles.
Not going to last. You're stuck with old Carson Wentz. So have fun with that.
No, they're going to definitely trade him either to the Bears for way too much, or they're going to be dumb and trade him to the Colts, and he's going to be good again because he's going to be reunited with Frank Reich. And trade him to the Bears. The Bears will give you more because they're a dumb franchise.
Probably so. Speaking of being reunited, a lot of fans of Taylor Swift were reunited with her again this week because she dropped a surprise album.
Was it another bad album? Just like Folklore?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You coming at the Queen like that?
I went there, Raymundo. I know
you
Raymundo.
didn't listen to Willow? You didn't listen. Raymundo Benavidez, we love you on this podcast. Pat and Alex love you. I'm sorry, Robert is just throwing hate.
I love
out.
him the most. I love him the most right now.
Him. And you can, if you'd like to share, Raymundo Benavidez.
We'll get to that.
He's, in case if you're in the Gravy Gang, he's a large part of the Rod Ryan show. A lot of times he weighs in and stuff. But he did get us on WWE one time. He literally had a Pass the Gravy sign. He was in the front row, and we were on TV all fucking night long to the point to where like our phones are blowing up, and it was like, "Hey, that's your podcast. Are you?" And I was like, "Oh, that's not me." And they're like, "Dude, you fucking did it. You made it." And I was just like, "Raymundo made it happen." That's what we love.
So back to what Robert was saying.
Yeah. He was spewing his hatred.
Robert hates successful women. He doesn't like to see them do well and be independent.
On behalf of Robert, we would like to apologize to all women.
Robert didn't like that album was so different from from her other ones previously, because he likes when women stay in their lane and do what they're told.
He didn't like that she didn't have to have a man release it for her.
These are his words, not ours.
He told us that before the podcast, yes.
Yeah. So Robert, I guess what we're asking is, why are you so fucking sexist?
He was like, I can't believe she even got to vote in the last election. I was like, whoa, dude. Robert, don't say that, man.
I was disappointed by Folklore. Everyone kept saying that's, super good album. And I'm like, Taylor Swift's not normally my kind of music, so I'm going to give it a try. People keep saying it's so good. I listened to it, and it wasn't bad. And so why should I have high expectations for this new one that came out?
Because it was a surprise. Everybody likes surprises, except for Lil Nas X. No, bitch, I don't like surprises, as he says in Holiday. But you guys don't listen to Holiday, so.
Did you guys listen to the new album?
No, not yet.
I listened to like a little bit of it.
I swear, I feel
Willow,
like
I know is the most popular song, and that was kind of cool.
I swear, I think I listened to Folklore. I think one night I put it on Spotify while I was playing video games. I mean, obviously it wasn't like super, but like I feel like I remember listening to it and actually kind of digging it. But like I only ever listened to it once, and I was probably pretty drunk that night. I assume that I know I will like these two more than the last couple, just because from the little bits I have heard, it's not as like heavily pop influenced, and it's a little more just instrumentals and lyrics. So right away, I would like it more. But I'll get around to listening to it. I just haven't yet. And I'll probably do the same thing I did with the last one. Listen to it one time, and 6 months later, I'll be like, did I listen to that shit? I don't know.
Yeah. So this is a little inside baseball for all you guys. On the Rod Ryan show, I will be at the end of the week putting out my top 5 or top 10 albums of the year. And it's entirely going to just be me trolling. So just so I can post it and then be like, how the hell was this number 1 on your list? And it's just going to be like Lil Nas X holiday single.
I'll give you an obscure country album to throw into the middle of it, just so
I was
everyone will be like, who the hell is that?
Well, because it's on a rock station, but I'm really considering having like Folklore and whatever the new Evermore. Is that what she called it? It's like another tree. It sounds like a tree.
You should put one album in there that's like 4 years old too, just to piss people off.
Believe me, that's definitely like, because I think Tool put out the album last year, their first album in like a million years, because Tool doesn't fucking do anything but just jam and fucking
add like a best of Bruce Springsteen at 4.
Oh no, Bruce Springsteen came out with a new album. That's already on the list, buddy.
No.
Haven't listened to it, but it's on the list.
No, I'm saying don't use that one. Use the best of.
You should use one of those like
greatest hits.
Now that's what I call music, volume 60.
Well, it had the greatest songs of the year on it. Why would I not pick Kids Bop, the Kids Bop version?
Yeah.
But like, have like the top 5 best albums of the year, top 5 worst albums, and just like all 5 of like whatever Tool albums they put out just are my bottom 5. And people are like, what the fuck? But like, just because it's a rock station, put like Taylor Swift 1, 2, the Lil Nas X is like a single, and then like Oliver Tree, so it doesn't look like I was just fucking around. I'm like, well, that was legit.
If you want, you can use this as one of your albums.
Just because it'll get ruined in comments and I'll get so much interaction. That is 100% what most of these year-end lists are, and that's all that I'm down for right now. I'm just down to like troll the fuck out of people. But then you go in and be like, that's a great list, Alex.
Me and my buddy at work, we had an idea the other day that we're fully prepared to completely quit our jobs and do this full time. We're going to make a Led Zeppelin cover band, but it only does Christmas versions of songs, and it's going to be called Sled Zeppelin. So if you want,
really,
I can.
You just play the same songs. You just have a guy with sleigh bells, like.
No, but so it's going to be like what was it? It was to the Immigrant song. It was I come from the land of the ice and snow with the midnight sun where the hot spring blows. Name is Santa Claus. I bring you all the presents. And then it just goes off from there, and it's just Christmas lyrics to Led Zeppelin songs. But we're Sled Zeppelin. I'll have him mock you up an album of it, and you can just like pop that in it, like not in the top 5, but as an honorable mention, Sled Zeppelin, the Christmas album.
Actually, that would, you know what would be really funny is if I just made up 5 albums.
No, you've got to have a couple real ones in there. So like,
right? No, Taylor Swift 1 and 2, then 3 made up albums.
Never even heard of this. No,
well,
like you should.
I know that like all the like
Taylor Swift.
Because like all the hardcore like rock heads, like anytime you play Billie Eilish on 94.5 The Buzz, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? This isn't alternative." And my whole thing was like, well, I mean, she's number 1 on the alternative rock charts. This is the charts.
Number 1, just put it.
She's 1 and 3 actually. So yes, she would be considered alternative.
No,
you don't consider her alternative, but you don't have to because the record labels do, and they kind of pay her.
You should, as the number 1 album of the year, just put Silence. And it's one of my favorite Todd Snyder lines of all time. He said, silence is the original alternative music because it's the alternative to the alternative. So just Silence, number 1 album of the year.
I don't mind that.
That's pretty good.
Just some time by yourself. The number 1 album of the year, just waves crashing on a beach.
Oh, shit. Now this goes back to one that's been out for a couple years. Just put, it was on Netflix for a while. Nick Offerman just sitting in front of a fire. And the crackling of the
just
fire.
Drinking scotch. He's just drinking a glass of scotch for like 5 hours.
No, it's like 48 minutes, and it's just
they looped it,
though,
didn't they?
Fire.
Maybe there's a YouTube. I was watching a YouTube.
No, YouTube they looped it.
They just I love YouTube loops where it's like if I go look up songs like when I'm finding covers and stuff, it's like Lil Nas X Holiday looped for 8 hours, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I put it on at my buddy's Christmas party a couple years ago, and nobody noticed for like 10 minutes, and then they're like, "Wait, what the fuck is this on TV?" Do that, guys. If you're at a socially distanced Christmas party this year, just once everyone's talking and they get in the groove of it, and they're not really paying attention to the music, just switch it over to that real quick on YouTube.
Or meat spin.
Definitely meat spin.
Because people love barbecue. People love barbecue.
Maybe lemon party if you're feeling a little zesty.
Yeah, go check that out. But Taylor Swift is back, and yeah, I know Raymundo probably listened to it a ton. I don't knock Taylor Swift. I think she's a fucking hustler, and I think she's awesome. I think it's cool as shit that she is probably the coolest celebrity with her fans. Like she does a bunch of shit with her fans that I think that a lot of people going back to Tool. Maynard of Tool wouldn't give a fuck if you're like, dude, I've listened to every Tool album 1,000,000 times. Y'all are the only band I ever listened to. Like, I don't give a fuck. Maynard. That's what I tell who cares? What's the point of music? Why? I just that sober song. That's all I ever think of. Why can't I just be sober? And you're telling me this is the best band. You're telling me this is the best. Fuck you.
Not gonna lie, now I'm thinking about Tool, and I want to go listen to some Tool songs now.
It's stupid. You're wasting
your
time.
Bro, The Pot goes hard as fuck. No, Eulogy goes hard as fuck.
Fuck Tool. Fuck Tool. Right?
You're a Tool.
And the horse that they rode in on.
You can not like the band, but you can't.
You put your Tool stick on your jacked up truck and you're driving around. I know what that means. It means you're a Tool and you also listen to Tool. It's easy to tell. If you listen to Tool and you listen to Pastor Gabe, you're not a Tool. It cancels things out. All right, just FYI. But I will hardcore be trolling this week on my best albums list. And I want to find a Disney movie that came out and just put the soundtrack to that. What was the Smurf movie? I think came out. I was like, what? The soundtrack to that? Number 1. What was the number 1 movie of the year?
Well, there's only like 8 movies that came out this year,
The
so it'll
soundtrack
narrow it down.
to King of Staten Island.
God, I still need to see that.
It's just the theme song to random movies or shows that have it. Like
I
The
know there was
Sopranos
some
theme
Disney
song,
movie.
greatest song of the year. Like that song's very old.
Mulan came out.
The live action Mulan soundtrack. That'll be it.
There you go. I'm seeing a bunch of shit, and I don't remember any of these movies.
But we gotta move on though. That was the Comeback Kids segment.
Onward.
And
that was one.
Yeah. I didn't see that one, but
Neither did I. Who cares?
Let's move on to the WWJD segment where we ask you to tell us, or we don't ask you to tell, we ask you to ask us what Jesus would do in today's times. We used to grow up with those WWJD bracelets. It always asked the question, but it never gave you the answer. And I was always very curious, being like, yo, like, what would he do if, like, in this situation? But, like, they never told you an answer. There wasn't, like, a magic 8-ball, which would actually be brilliant to make a WWJD magic 8-ball. But so you send us a scenario in which Jesus would find himself in a modern time, and we will get to the bottom of it. This is the answers, or the WWJD segment, excuse me.
Get it together.
Segment. I was like reading a bunch of shit. Blake Wonder made us a nice little jingle for the What Would Jesus Do segment, and this is it right now.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
God damn it, I love that one so much.
So much better hearing it. Shout out to Robert for figuring out how to let us hear the audio while we are actually recording the podcast.
I'm trying to dance along to it too, because I can't hear it when I play it, but I can hear it through one of your headphones. And so like that's how I'm like trying to dance along with it.
Probably through mine, because my speaker is right next to my headphone.
Just make a clip of us dancing to it. That would be really funny.
Yes.
Just future.
It makes me so happy too, because for the longest time the background music was that just what would God, or what if God was one of us, and then this is so tonally different.
That's what I love about Jingle Blake.
It's like upbeat and like jumpy, and it's so good.
Jingle Blake will not be at the Spooktacular. I understand. There were some great people that reached out to us and were like letting us know, and it's like, hey, if you're taking precautions and you don't feel safe, like, we don't judge.
No one will be judged.
No one's getting judged. We love all of you guys. You listen to our podcast. That means the world to us. So, like, we're just offering the option. We're having a get-together. So if you'd like to come out, that would be a lot of fun. But this week's What Would Jesus Do? Or as Casey Kasem would say, this week's What Would Jesus Do? Comes to us from our good buddy, Zach Woodruff. At Salsa 6800, Zach Woodruff, also known as Gen Z Zach, to some of you that may listen to the Rod Ryan Show. He says, what would Jesus do if someone wished him a Merry Christmas? Would he say Happy Hanukkah, or just be happy that someone remembered his birthday? People do forget Jesus was Jewish.
Yeah, but it's still a day celebrating him. It wasn't his birthday. People like to say it was, but we know now he was born in like July.
Wait,
like
what?
someone else here.
What?
Yeah, no, Jesus was born in the summer months, but they moved it to Christmas or to December to coincide with some sort of pagan holiday that was already had standing tradition then. You
Robert,
didn't know this?
Are you hearing this for the first time?
He's Googling it.
No, not the first time, but I'm trying to figure out exactly when. It looks like
The whole point is Jesus was born in a manger. That was like, it happened on Christmas Eve, man.
Yeah, except that it's not really what happened.
Don't ruin this. Fucking first Santa and now this.
I don't know if it's like 100% provable, but they've basically figured out that he was actually like a summer baby, and it just, for celebration purposes, there was already like a pagan ritual that was like everyone was used to celebrating. So as they converted people to Christianity, it just made sense to make it that. So it was already a built-in celebration.
Everybody was always off for work around that time, so they were like, okay.
Sorry to fuck up your worldview on that.
I'm not seeing January 7th.
Oh, I don't know. It didn't necessarily have to be. I just I said July because it's mine, but I thought it was supposed to be middle of the year. I guess I was wrong on that part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Still mind blowing.
My mind is blown. My mind, I don't. It broke my brain.
Blown is your mind. But you know what? You know what I think he would say? I think he would just follow it up with.
He'd be cool. He'd be cool. I think he'd say Merry Christmas right back to you. I don't think he's not. Jesus isn't the guy that's correcting everybody.
I think he would just be the guy that goes, you know what, and a Happy New Year. I think he would finish it for you.
I agree. I was watching Office Christmas Party yesterday, and I don't know if y'all have seen that, but there's the scene where they're getting ready for the Christmas party, and like the wise men, people dressed as wise men, and Mary and Joseph come in, and Jesus comes in. He's like, "Hey guys, how are y'all?" And the Jesus dude was just like, "Good, it's my birthday." And that made me laugh so hard.
That's
like,
I like.
I guess yeah, it is. It is your birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. I think that he would have just been like, "Yo, bro, yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and a Happy New Year." He would have just kept it going, kept the positivity going. JC's not the kind of guy who's gonna create a big stink about anything.
Yeah, he's gonna be the guy that you say, say it to me.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. Cheers.
Hey, there you go.
And then that way you don't have to have a conversation. It's just, hey, and a cheers to you, and let's keep this moving.
I mean, people forget this dude had he had to carry a cross like miles while people were just like harassing him the whole time. And he didn't cause a stink about it. He just shut up and did it. I definitely would have caused a stink. I would have been very upset. I would have been crying. I would have been doing all this other stuff. JC was just like, I'll march. But he was a fucking tough guy. I don't think he's going to get all whiny and shit.
Someone call OSHA. This is bullshit.
This is definitely not humane.
Where's my union rep?
Look, I'm the carpentry union rep over here, and this is definitely not up to code, this cross. I tell you that much. What was this? Dogwood? Bullshit.
I'm not saying
it's supposed to be pine.
Romans. I'm not saying the Romans are bad, but my manager's a dick.
This Pontius Pilate son of a bitch.
Do you know who my dad is? I'll call my lawyer right now.
I don't want to play that card, but my dad's kind of a big guy. He this whole thing created it all right? He's the owner of the world. Literally.
Not owner.
He sort of owns it. Universe owner.
Actually, I guess so, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he sold it for equity or anything like that. What if you could do that? What if a guy could just he'd go into business like a corporation, and Nike has now bought 22% of the earth. How? This isn't good.
You can't just own the oceans,
Universal
man.
Would buy the other part. Yeah, man.
Oh no, that would fuck shit up though. Because what you get out to international waters, you're like, I can do everything, and a Nike boat just rolls up no, this is our space.
Get out of here. Nike boat, we mean floating shoes, a giant floating shoe.
Well, of course, there's boat. You've seen those police boats where it's just kind of like the front of it is built up with a console, and then the back of it is just flat. Yeah, it's just gonna be a reverse Nike shoe.
Absolutely.
But with a motor.
Kind of want one now.
And hopefully better stitching than their actual shoes.
Probably very fast too.
Oh. Can you imagine and then the government buys the surplus Nike boats to chase down drug boats, and then on the side of it is just a screen that shows Nike gifts, and it's the drug runners are running, and then it's just Jordan on the side goes, and I took that personally.
Do you think that they would then also have boat outlets?
What do you mean?
You know how they have a Nike shoe outlet where it's just they're just these are the out of season boats.
I thought you meant to plug in the boat. I was like, it's not a fucking Tesla.
No. So I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but guys I watch soccer with, some of them are British, and they I'll play soccer with them too, and they were calling Adidas Adidas, and then Nike, and it blew my mind.
What?
Addie does.
I know they're
and
wrong,
Mike.
right? Is it just like are you sure it's not an inside joke to that group of guys?
Possibly it could be, but I mean, they're obviously wrong because who won the war, buddy?
Yeah.
Revolutionary War. Ever heard of it?
They're like, oh, well, we were speaking English first. And you're like, yeah, but we won, so we get to decide what is what.
Shut up, redcoat. Shout out Mike Fish that I do a podcast with. I continuously harass him about his British terms that he uses sometimes. But Mike's cool as shit. Claire and Big Blue podcast. Check that shit out. It's the world's only Giants West Ham podcast. And
it's the most niche podcast of all time.
It is the most niche podcast in the entire world, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And we did tell you how to make the perfect playlist. So if you're interested in that, go check that out too. Let's get to our Pass the Gravy picks segment. Talk a little football with you. Before we do that, the Pass the Gravy picks segment brought to you by our good friends, our best friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, the hosts of our 7th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular going down up there. Pat's drinking a low-calorie IPA, the Corova Milkshake IPA, and the Bombshell Blonde, the OG of Southern Star beers. We are going to have ourselves one hell of a time up at the brewery. We're planning on having it outside. If weather or whatever were to affect that, we could move it inside. They have it socially distanced enough to where we could do everything inside. I mean, it's a huge tap room. You guys have all been there before, and they're going to take care of us, guys. They're going to take care of us. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Christmas Spooktacular starts at noon. Starts at noon. Everybody, I mean, you can get there, I think, before noon, honestly, but it starts at noon. High Dive. Up for guest of the year, potential guest of the year nominee. They will be opening things up at 12:30. Then Pass the Gravy is going to go on at 1:30. We're going to do our 2020 Gravies Awards, do our Christmas movie bracket, do a whole regular podcast pretty much. Then after us, we're going to have Winston Cook, who played at the Christmas Spectacular last year. He was so good, we wanted him back again. And then Dizzy Moore. Many of you may know him as Ian D'Artez of Hold On Hollywood, will be closing things out. Actually, closing things out is going to be the big guy. I'm not talking God. I'm talking Santa Claus. Santa Claus is showing up. You can ask him for whatever you want for Christmas, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for the Christmas Spectacular. I always get that, like, anxious, like that nervous anxiety of, like, when we have like a
I see you, Robert.
I always do. What?
Sorry, Robert is going in and changing the lines of the games that I picked right now. I can see his cursor on the fucking thing. Like all of a sudden, because I saw
he's in the Google Doc, so he's doing that.
I know this is in the middle of the ad, and I'm sorry, but I saw it was plus 8.5, so I changed it to minus. And I looked down, and it says minus 10.5. I'm like, that's not it. So I just changed it back, and I looked down in real time and watched him change it back again. And I figured, honestly, I thought it was Alex fucking with me. I look up, and Robert just has this. He's looking down at his phone, and I
was wondering what he was laughing at.
And I see it change. He's got this just shit-eating grin on his face.
So much fun. Yeah, because I could see Pat looking at his phone too. So I'm like, he can see me doing it. So I'm just laughing about that.
So Southern Star Brewing Company, something for everybody up at Southern Star. The best beer in the entire world. You can get it at your favorite liquor store.
Best
you can get it at H-E-B, Kroger, all of that. They got the Bombshell Blonde. My favorite is the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde. I also like the Southern Brunch. There's Citrus Shandy. I'm drinking a Corova Milkshake right now. What else I got? The low calorie IPA, that's bomb. The Winter Warmer back in season. They have the new Russian Imperial Stout that they've got out there is pretty awesome. And the Fracker IPA, that is their new big beer, and that will be tapped, ready to go for us at the Spooktacular. Guys, I have nervous anxiety. I always have dreams before we have the live podcast that, like, we do it and 0 people show up. And then it's just like, damn it, nobody likes our podcast. This is the worst. And I'm getting those dreams again. I've already had those dreams, but I can't wait to be out there to hang out with you guys, to see you guys for the first time all year, really. I mean, the last time we did a live podcast was last year's Christmas Spectacular. It's the last podcast event we've done, and we had so many things planned. We're gonna do another office trivia night. We're gonna just do like a video games night. We're gonna do this and that, and then like
Karaoke that I would actually show up to.
we do karaoke, and then there's like, oh hey, it's coronavirus. Fuck you guys, and so we didn't get to do any of that. But that'll be on the agenda for 2021.
I got distracted during that. Did you mention that there's also the Smash Out that we're up there,
which is a car, right?
Yeah, it's cars that we can just smash with sledgehammers.
Smash the fuck out of cars.
Just get out all of that 2020 aggression, guys.
The people from the game F Your Liver are going to be there as well. That's like a fun little card drinking game that they'll have out there too. Like there's going to be so many little like sideshow things that are part of it. Like it's so much. It's going to be such a fun day. I can't wait. It's the first time we've ever done the Spooktacular, like made it an all-day event. Typically, it's been a Friday night, and we were like, you know what? I know a lot of people are worried about having to drive up on a Friday night after getting off of work and going home and changing. So, like, let's just make it on a Saturday, and everybody can make it a whole day. So, podcast starts at 1:30. Please be there by 1:30, obviously. Like, hang out with us. But then, usually when we end the Spooktacular, we got to pack up and go. Now we get to hang out with you guys and watch some awesome bands. Like I'm really excited for all this. It's going to be a ton of fun. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, the best people in the entire world. Shout out to Keith and everybody up at Southern Star putting all of this on, making sure that everything's going off without a hitch. I've been in constant contact with Keith all week long. I'd just be like, hey, do you have this kind of cable? Hey, do y'all have this kind of microphone? Hey, would it be okay if everything is, it's like, absolutely, dude, anything you need. Like they are rolling out the red carpet for the Gravy Gang. They're excited to see everybody. We're excited to see everybody. Pass the Gravy's 7th annual Christmas Spooktacular going down at Southern Star this weekend, the 19th. Get there at like noon. High Dive goes on at 12:30. We're going on at 1:30. Then we got Winston Cook. We got Dizzy Moore, and we got Santa Claus closing things out. It's going to be a fucking awesome night. And Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, and the official sponsor of our Past the Gravy Picks segment. Moving on, let's get to the not cool segment brought to you by our good friends at Alamo Remedy CBD. AlamoRemedy.com. Use the promo code PTG at checkout. You're going to get 10% off of your order. They have the best CBD product in the world. I guess it's a little too late probably to guarantee shipping by Christmas. But if you got any aches, pains, got any ailments, I went to the chiropractor the other day and they did the thing that they do on Instagram where they put your hands behind your head. And then I like pulled my elbows up and he just cracked like every little thing in my spine. Like it was the craziest pop ever. But I had been having like crazy like upper neck pain and like upper back pain. And I was using the cucumber melon CBD lotion that they gave me. And I'm telling you, like day one that I put it on, the next day I woke up and like, it was a huge difference. Then the second day I did it, it was like I would have to go like have like a hot shower like on the back of my neck to kind of like make it where it didn't feel like I had a crick in my neck. And the cucumber melon lotion really did a fucking service for it. It
smells
awesome.
Amazing.
It does. It's not yogurt. It's not yogurt. You want to eat
Don't eat it. Don't do that.
It's not. It doesn't taste great either. It's not because it's not yogurt, you know. But it's the lotion, the CBD gummies they have, the tincture oil, and the capsules that they have. They are all $17.99. They contain 250 milligrams of CBD. It's almost 50% off of the national brands. They believe in their products, and they know that you guys will too. And they know that with your 10% off when you order at AlamoRemedy.com using promo code PTG at checkout, you're going to get 10% off. They know you're going to love it. They know you're going to love it. You're going to be a return customer over and over again. They even have the new hemp flower that they have, and I believe that's $19.99. It isn't weed, but if you feel like chilling out, you feel like being like you're stressed out and you need to just kind of, take a load off, you can cook with it, you can grind it up and smoke it, you can do whatever you want with it. And I will tell you, it doesn't give you that public awkwardness, like you're not going to be at the drive-thru like, oh shit, what do I get? Like you're going to be able to function perfectly in society and be able to talk to people. It doesn't give you the awkwardness that you may get with other things. So the gummies, lotion, the tincture oil, the capsules, and the hemp flower, all available at AlamoRemedy.com. Use your promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order. AlamoRemedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order for the best CBD in the entire world. AlamoRemedy.com, the official sponsor of our Not Cool segment that begins right now.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
I got a couple of not cools, all right? So this weekend, got up. I usually play soccer on Saturdays. Apparently, it rained the Friday before, and the fields were a little wet, so I couldn't go play. They were waterlogged, was what I got via text from my group that I play soccer with. So I got up. I had gotten up early. I was ready to go play soccer. I was like dressed for soccer, and I was like, oh, like everyone was out of town, so I had Wheezy. So I was like, I'm gonna take Wheezy out. I'm gonna go put her up, and then I'll go play soccer. So I was ready to do that. Like, I had waterlogged fields. But like before I got up, I could hear this, like, it sounded like it was like the weirdest wind, like it was like a machine wind. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I took Wheezy out.
Skynet's gone live.
What?
It sounded like Skynet went live, is what it sounds
Sounded
like.
like Skynet went live. And I was like, the noise kept getting louder and louder, and then it sounded more machine-y. And then I was like, that's a fucking jackhammer. The fucking jackhammer is like,
You couldn't pick out the fucking noise of a jackhammer?
as I got closer, because I'm on the other end of it with where all this was happening. So where my apartment is, there's a work building that is next door to it, and then it has a huge parking garage that a lot of people park in. And they were doing construction in the parking garage at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Fuck that.
On a Saturday
Fuck
morning.
that.
And my apartment complex, which is, I can't really explain it very well to everyone else, but it's got two buildings that kind of face each other, so it echoes. There's a big echo thing. There's a huge echo factor. Can you imagine a jackhammer in a parking garage that already would echo next door to my apartment complex that is just it's like the Seahawks stadium of echo chambers. And it's like,
did you consider walking over
so
and unplugging the
loud.
jackhammer?
No, because it wasn't even on the first floor. Because my whole mindset was like, yo, that's construction. And I would be like, you guys know how early it is?
I get it that there's
Because they're just doing their job. And they're just doing their job.
But
But it's
maybe,
like at 7 a.m.?
Maybe you start that construction at like 10:30.
Or 9.
And you do some other
Or
stuff.
9. 9:30. 9-ish.
Yeah. Or just maybe the loudest
7
thing, you
a.m. on
don't
a
start
Saturday?
early on a goddamn Saturday. That's what's bullshit. Like,
Because when I
there
was
has
walking
to
the
be
dog,
something you can do.
there's like a little gap, and there's usually like a little like grassy area that I'll walk my dog to get to where we go, and she goes to the restroom and everything like that. But it's like in between the parking garage and my apartment complex, and I was like, I can't imagine living in one of those edge apartments right there. Like I would have lost my shit if I was trying to sleep. Like I wake up early as shit on weekends anyways, because my body clock is like, hey, we wake up at 3:30 most days.
You
So,
sleep until 7 and you're like, I'm well rested.
And I had an alarm that got me up too. So like I wasn't like woken up by it. But like I could hear it the entire like time I was like getting dressed and stuff. And I was just like, what is that? Like is it that windy? And I opened my balcony door and I was like, it doesn't feel windy.
No.
And then
No,
as you get closer, you're just like, that is definitely a machine. What the fuck? And it was just like nonstop. And I was like, I don't know what they're doing up there. But 7 a.m. And it wasn't like a not cool for me necessarily. It was a not cool just in general, where it was like, guys, that's horrible. It's a horrible thing to do to people that are just probably sleeping.
I would have gone full Antifa on them. Like
Pat's, he's wearing all black, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
And
wearing all
he's got
black.
his
I've got my face mask
pulled up.
on. That's probably why I sound a little bit more muffled all of a sudden, because I
You
had
need an
to
umbrella. You need an
had
umbrella.
to create the
though.
image.
The black
I don't know
thing.
why. I don't know why you think the umbrella is part of the Antifa outfit.
No, it is. It's like in black cameras, and so when police throw the smoke bombs,
I've never
at them,
seen
it
that.
It hits off. Oh, dude, they all have umbrellas.
Oh no, I just see they hold up signs in front of cameras.
Do you follow Andy Injo on Twitter?
I that's not how it's pronounced. I do not follow him. I see his posts because
Follow
people
him
that
on
I
Twitter,
follow
'cause
follow.
he always posts all the Antifa
No,
stuff.
I
and it,
don't-
like,
I don't.
fascinates me.
I see it all anyway. I don't
I'm
need to
not taking
follow
his
him to
political
see it.
side on any of it, but it like
No,
it
I know you're
fascinates me,
not.
the fact that like people like are out on both sides. Like it's like, dude, I would just go home. There's a lot of stuff. Like it's football season. Like I gamble on a lot of those games. I'd rather watch that than like
My
yell at people in
favorite
the street.
thing about that guy is that for those of you that don't know, he's a conservative reporter, if you want to call him that.
NGO, I believe.
He's a antagonizer. He likes to follow Antifa around, and his big claim to fame was he went to a rally and basically got the shit kicked out of him one time.
Yeah.
Because he was being an asshole and antagonizing it. Now, it still didn't give them the right to beat the shit out of him, but like you antagonize.
Well, he wouldn't stop filming. Was really like what his thing was.
But like also, you have the right to film. But no, he was being an asshole. But then he gets his ass beat, and him being the conservative that he is, goes, "I can't believe they would beat a gay man." And that's when it was like, that's when, at least for me, I was like, oh, I didn't even know he was fucking gay. But like, it was like, dude, that's not what happened. They didn't beat you because they were gay or because you're gay. They beat you because you were being a fucking asshole.
But and also, like just because you disagree with them doesn't mean you
legally,
get beat.
No, legally, they did not have the right to beat you. But that's the way the world should work. If you're going to antagonize people and you're purposely going to try and get them to that point, when you get punched in the face, it's your fault. Like, if we could go back to, like, just dealing out ass kickings as people are assholes,
look, as someone that has had that happen to me multiple times, I'm usually one of those that is the first to be like, you know what? I instigated it. Mm-hmm. I instigated it.
I've been hit once.
Did that need to go down that way? No. I've more than that.
I've been hit one time, and it was by a friend.
Mine is,
by a 95-pound girl
by both
in high school. I was being an asshole. And she slapped me in the face. And this was one of my good friends. And I was like, Steph, it took you 3 years to do that. I was like, I'm actually proud of you. I was like, because I've been kind of a dick for like 3 years. And you finally hit me. I was like, all right. Yeah, hand up. 100% deserve that one. I must have really crossed the line on that one when you finally hit me. But yeah, if you get hit, I'm not going to say 100% of the time.
Right.
I would say like 82% of the time, if somebody punches you, it's probably your fault. Because, yeah, there's still going to be that portion of the time when people are just drunk assholes and they take things the wrong way. But most of the time, you're putting yourself in that situation. And if you see someone that drunk and they're obviously drunk and angry, and you can tell, just don't engage. Just don't engage. Don't do it.
So, my not cool was just the fact that, like, those people starting construction at 7 a.m. is a little too early to me. I also had another.
I love the bridges that we create to get to topics.
Well, I just wanted to get back to it. So it was like, hey, we're not 100% lost. Other not cool this week is just Christmas shopping in general. Like, this year felt so weird because I usually am pretty good about, like, I'll have a couple of gifts out of the way, you know. But, like, this year, like, with the pandemic, it's like everybody's home all the time. So it's like you can't just, like, I don't know. I feel weird like just ordering, like, for my girlfriend and stuff. I order it, like, it does come under my name, but it's like I usually open the stuff I get anyways. I'm like, oh fuck, that's for her. Tape it back up and put it in my like, but like I was a procrastinator this year, and like I got to the point where it was like you're having to pay extra shipping, and like Amazon has been backed up all year with everything. So it's like Amazon's been doing this thing, which is it's really smart on Amazon's part, where they're like, earliest delivery date, like December 26th, 28th. But, like, you'll get it in 4 days. But then they're like, see, we delivered it on time. But like, yeah, but I also was very hesitant to order that thing because it said it couldn't guarantee delivery by Christmas. And it's like, yeah, but it got there in 2 days. You're right, it did. But I didn't expect to give this for a Christmas present at that point. Now it was a birthday present that was happening or whatever. But, so I benefit a little bit on this where, like, my brother's birthday is New Year's Eve. So if I get him a Christmas present that doesn't show up, and it's actually awesome because everybody's partying for your birthday.
Yeah, but, like,
and you must always
nobody's
have it off.
Partying for your birthday. Yeah, but here's the thing about having,
like, it's a birthday party.
Yeah,
Christmas, I think, would be a worse birthday to have because everybody's giving other people presents.
Actually, I would say the older you get, the better it is. Because, like, when you're young, like, you can't party for your birthday because, like, a lot of times, you know, people do family things or stuff. Not so much for New Year's Eve, I guess. But it's just, like, there's other stuff going on. But as you get older, you're like, sweet, I don't have to have a birthday. I can just celebrate New Year's, and that's one thing I have to do this year. That's the shit.
Right.
I don't know if I'm honestly, I don't
Christmas
know if I'm
shopping
in
in general
on this take.
Kind of
that I
sucks
don't like that, like, the less parties you have to do is cool.
It just,
I
It is nice. It is a little bit nice. Like you have the less obligations, I guess. Whereas I'm always one of the guys where it's like when I go to something, like I never mind it. I'm always like I had a good time. But it's the dread of like, all right, I gotta go here. I gotta make sure I gotta change. I gotta go. Like it's like the before is always way worse than like when you actually go do it. Like this wasn't that bad.
But like also
I love my friends. This is cool.
Oh, I love my friends, but I'm 30, dude. I don't want to plan a birthday.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not a birthday guy. If it's my birthday, like I am cool not mentioning it all day to anybody. I have recently had to last year and the year before, it was like I had the Friday, Saturday birthday combo, which was kind of cool. And like when somebody would approach me, like, what are you doing for your birthday? I was like, I don't want to do something for my birthday, but if we'd all like to go out on this night, I'm cool with that. It doesn't have to be for my birthday. If all of us want to get together, I'm like let's go to the horse track on Saturday. Let's do that. You can go to the horse track. It's not just for Alex. It's everybody else can enjoy this too. And also like it's a nice day.
Honestly, this birthday was great because it was during the pandemic. So I just got honestly, I don't even remember if I drank. No, this was during like the height of me drinking during it. So I probably got
when
pretty
wasn't
drunk
the height of you drinking?
Last couple months, 12? Actually. Last couple months when I actually started counting calories and I was like, oh shit,
mostly whiskey, right?
I've been adding 1,400 calories a night in whiskey. So that's not great.
Not terrible. It's actually impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. that's like 14 shots.
Just mine not cool. Going back to it, mine not cool. Christmas shipping and stuff like that. Like this year, I was like, I'm gonna do digital Amazon stuff. I went to the liquor store today though, and absolutely cleaned up. Like liquor. I know you don't drink, Robert, and I know you probably like Sam probably doesn't. Sam doesn't drink, does she?
No, Sam doesn't drink.
But like, I have a lot of friends that drink, and like just go into the liquor store, like you can clean out like 6 gifts. It's great. It's like it's a huge I would say that drinking and not drinking probably is more beneficial 9 out of 10 times. This is one of the 10 times where it's like fucking checked that box, checked that box, checked that box. Like I'm done with like I have one more person I have to get shit for on the morning show, and then like I'm good. And then I have to do I have a whole week.
I've decided
the rest of my shopping.
I'm done trying to find gifts for my mother. Over the years, I'll find like foot massage or like foot spas and stuff like this, and I'll find like little stuff. But I know it's stuff she's never gonna use. I'm gonna start getting my mother gifts like I get my friends. Here's a bottle of whiskey because I know she'll actually appreciate that more than
my brother and my dad.
Than the bullshit that I buy her.
Like no, I mean that's like a bottle of Bushmills, nailed it, crushed it.
That's perfect for my mother. That's perfect. Just give my mom booze.
You get Templeton Rye. You get him some good wine. My mom, you get her some good wine. Great. But like usually my mom has been like, I want these. I'd like these slippers. Like my mom always sends like the most modest mom that was like.
Oh, she'll tell you what you want? No, my mom.
Well, that was a weird turning point we got to. And so we also like broke Christmas at a certain point. Like we broke the code of Christmas where we were like, hey, we're always tired when we show up after like Christmas Eve and stuff from our family's house, and then we're always tired. We don't want to like wake up early in the morning. What if like since we're adults, we all just did like our gift exchange like at midnight when we get home? And so we do that. Then we sleep in on Christmas. We wake up, have a nice little breakfast. It's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
It is. So it's like at like 1:30 we're handing out Christmas presents, and it's like yes, it does kind of spoil the Christmas morning thing, but also we don't have to get up early in the morning. And they're like, it was cool when you're a kid and your brother's like, hey, it's Christmas. Come on, let's go. And like you go like wake up mom and dad or whatever, and then like you go see your presents. You're like, oh my god, I got the Stretch Armstrong I wanted.
Did you wake up your parents?
No, but I know like that's like on all the movies they do that.
Yeah, I never did. My dad's always been a very early riser.
My dad as well, and my mom. But
I don't think I'm pretty confident in this. Never once in my life, at any day, ever have I woken up before my father. Unless it was to like wake up and take a piss and go back to bed, I'm very confident that never in my life, outside of being a baby.
I definitely get up before my father now, but that's only because
I have never once awoken before my father.
My dad gets up like an hour or two after me.
I would take that bet.
That's still pretty early.
Like, even if I'm – no, I caught myself already. There's been a couple times when I stayed in Fredericksburg and then drove back the morning I had to be back at work that morning. So I'd have to leave at like 4:00 in the morning. And honestly, a couple times when I've done that, he knew I was doing it, so he'd be up before me. He'd be up at 3:30 in the morning.
I think like when
I made eggs.
It's like a strength you get. Like you can just wake up at any time and like you're fine.
Oh no,
because,
my dad.
Parents are always the
dad
best.
For
they're the best.
30
Like,
years.
like, hey, I made you coffee.
My dad's always
my
been
mom
like
would, like breakfast ready to go.
My dad's always been like a 4:30, 5:00 wake up guy. Always.
I'm telling you, and this is a very unpopular opinion, but like being like my body clock just being broke because of the schedule I'm on during the week, like that got me into soccer. Was that I was like, I'm always up at 7 a.m. Like there's soccer on at 7 a.m. I might as well find a team to like. Like it opens so many doors to me. Like it gives like I love waking up on NFL Sundays. Like I get up at like 7 a.m. and I go in and look at the lines, take the dog out. Sometimes I make a big breakfast if I want to I go sausage, bacon, eggs, all that on the griddle. It's awesome. And then like it's 11 o'clock and it's time to turn on the Fox pregame show. And I've been watching ESPN's pregame show on my iPad all morning. And it's like, this is Sunday. This is fucking like, let's go. And it's like, I've done things for 4 hours. Like my bets have been in for 4 hours by the time that like the noon games kick off. And it's like, when you accomplish shit in the morning, for some reason, it feels like you did way more shit. Like if you woke up and like worked out or, you paid bills, or sometimes I'll wake up and I'll do like Photoshops for the podcast or stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like I did so much shit on a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning. And it's like, when you do stuff before 10 o'clock a.m. on a day that you're supposed to be sleeping in, you're like, I fucking murdered today. Like I can go just get shit-faced for the rest of the day because I've done a whole day's worth of work. And it's like, no, I haven't really, but I felt like I did.
I've always been a like day off, sleep till 11 guy, but over like the last years,
which I'm not knocking. That's an awesome thing to do. It's awesome sleeping in. Like sleeping in is awesome.
I'm not into that so much. Like I actually did today. Oh no, not today. Yes. I don't know.
Recently
Sunday.
You did it.
I don't know. When the fuck was that I slept? Oh, no, it was yesterday because it was Tuesday. I didn't go to work. I kind of woke up early, but then I went back to sleep, and all of a sudden it was like 10:45. And that's the first time I've done that in a while. Usually I'll still get up. Like my at least alarm will go off at 9. Maybe I'll hit snooze once or twice. But like 9:30 I'm up, but still sometimes I'll sit in my bed just on the phone fucking around for like 30 minutes. But like I've started to like I think this is the first sign of being an adult when you actually start to just get up early and you're not sleeping till like, oh, I don't have anything to do today. Today starts at noon.
And
but
you're
it's
30?
Yeah,
no,
30,
but like
dog.
it is kind of like cool. It's kind of cool when
Robert's
you're
like you are not an adult.
But like sometimes like on Saturdays when I go play soccer and stuff, and like sometimes I'll like schedule stuff for the podcast or I'll do other things. I wake up early because I love waking up early, and I love the like idea of like the lines for bets are going to be way lower, even though they aren't all the time. Like sometimes though you're like, haha, I got that at 7.5 and it went to 8.5. Schooled you guys. Like, well, the 8.5 hit too, but you go, fuck you. Doesn't matter. I got it when I got it. Like, I love looking at lines. Like, I feel like I'm cheating when I'm looking at lines on like Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. And it's like these games aren't for another 3 hours. I'm getting all the good lines.
That was part of it too. Is always my brother's always been an early riser, so like he would always come into my room and knock and just be like, "Hey, dude, like Notre Dame kicks off in like 5 minutes." So like I'd be like, "Ugh," and like wake up and like I'd get out of bed at like 10:58.
See,
that was my shit. Now that he's not
I would always
here,
wake up at like 10. I was always like a 10 a.m. wake up guy on Sunday.
Oh, I've always been a wake up at the last possible second to go do what I have to do. Like I'm staying in bed.
I have weird rituals I always do, and I don't want to talk about them, but I'm not proud of
I
them.
want to push you on them
better
just because you made it
older.
sound weird, but I'm not gonna.
But
now, yeah, it's just I
used to have to go touch this Giants picture I had in my room, and I would like do the same exact routine. And they won a fucking Super Bowl that year, okay? So don't tell me that wasn't a good routine.
He used to just with both
I had
fingers
Eli,
rub
I had
Eli
Eli
Manning's
Manning
nipples.
fathead. I had an Eli. Okay, here we go. I'll just tell you. The 2007 Super Bowl.
Nobody
the Giants
asked
won.
for this.
2007 Super Bowl the Giants won was solely because on game day I would go and I would touch the Eli Manning fathead. I'd touch the helmet. And then I would touch the Giants picture I had in my room, and then I go in my parents' like media room, theater room. I'd go touch the little Giants fathead I had there. Just had like the logo, like the script, and then I would always make sure the right door was open, but the left door was closed. And like if anybody came in, I would make sure the left door was closed, because the left door being closed, you win on the left side. Wins go in the left hand column. The right hand column that's open. We don't want losses. We want 0 losses. So anybody can
Let
come
them.
out in that. And it was
That's
my
fucking
dumb
hilarious.
brain. We won a fucking Super Bowl that year, buddy. Tell me that wasn't real. Tell me that wasn't because of what I did.
It's 100% real.
And I also got a tattoo of the Giants the year before, the year, like the off season that they won. It was my senior year in high school. It was 2000. We graduated 08, 07 to 08. Like that summer before, I got a tattoo of the New York Giants on my back, and they won the Super Bowl. And I was like, the Giants win a Super Bowl 100% of the time that I have them tattooed on my back.
You know what?
For
I'll
the
commit
rest
to
of my
this
life,
right
the
now.
Giants will always win the Super Bowl.
Because I feel like I need
for
to.
1 year thought that I fixed it. I figured out football.
I need to be this guy. I've talked about it for years and years and years. Notre Dame wins the national championship. I'm getting the tat.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because I've always said for years,
You're
I just
never
want my
gonna
back.
regret it. Although you didn't go to Notre Dame, so I'm gonna roast you.
I've always wanted, like I've said for years,
Robert
I've always
Wilson.
wanted my back to read. Like if I die and they find me face down in like a gutter with no shirt on, they'll be like, "Oh, this guy liked the Packers and Astros and Red Sox and Notre Dame," and like I just want my back to just be a string of tattoos of like my teams.
I have Giants and Red Wings on me.
Except I don't know if I would necessarily go my back for it.
Well, it's like right in the middle of the back, but because everybody's like, you got to pick something you're gonna love, and I was like, I know for the rest of my life I will love the New York Giants. There will never be a day that I don't love the New York Giants.
But I'm thinking,
And
I'm trying
it's
to think
like,
of a
dude,
place
if
that
it's a
might be
logo,
good
that's
for it.
something you love, man. That's something you love, and you're never
Maybe
gonna
like
not love
like
them.
right on the thigh.
No, thighs like back is cool. I remember my freshman year, I was playing football
Just
with these
the
guys.
leprechaun right here though.
Leprechaun maybe.
Like right above the right knee. Like in that spot right there.
We should all go get past the gravy tattoos.
Robert, but I'll do it with you.
Robert, do it.
My grandmother would be pissed at me, but whatever.
My grandmother was pissed at me. I got my tattoo my senior year in high school, and I slept with a shirt on, so my mom wouldn't see that I had a tattoo for an entire year.
I mean, there's a good chance my grandmother will never see it, but
Right. Well, my mom didn't know for an entire year, and we were at a family reunion, and my cousin called me out, and she heard, and then was like, "What the fuck?
where do we get it?
Yeah. What?
Where do we get it?
Where do we get it? I don't know. Where would you want it? It's like,
I don't know. I'd say probably upper
not on
arm
the arm. We're not arm tattoo guys.
or thigh. Like I said, I feel like that's a good spot. You can cover it when you
Thigh?
need to.
I've been thinking like, I don't know, like wrist.
Oh, so where it's exposed.
Like right here, just PTG,
No.
just the same. Like right here, you can put it there.
No. If anywhere you put it where like just short sleeves can at least cover it for job
Kevin
purposes
Durant,
and shit
that
like
bad
that.
boy. That's what. Cause all mine are business tattoos. I have.
Yeah, you
bad
got to
on
get the
my
business
ass.
tattoo.
I have bad on my ass. I'm always wearing pants. 90% of the time, people meet me. I'm wearing pants.
Butt cheek.
It is. It is on my butt cheek.
No, I was
I
saying
have-
butt cheek would be a good spot for ours.
Well, I already have a butt cheek tattoo. You can't go 2 butt cheek tattoos.
Tramp stamp.
No.
No, I'm just
You
kidding.
can't go
No.
tramp stamp.
No, we'll figure
I
this
have-
out.
I have
We'll
Red
figure
Wings
this
on my
out.
foot. You wear shoes, you cover that up. Giants on my back. You wear a shirt, you cover that up. It's perfect.
I would say calf, but that seems.
If
like
somebody
a-
would
just a
go
weird
with
spot.
it, like, let's find a gravy gang. Let's get a PTG tattoo.
What's wrong with the arm? The arm is perfect because
I don't
you
have
can
big
cover it when
arms.
you need
I don't
to.
have big arms, and if you have skinny arms, you look like a little bitch. And so it's like I don't like. I feel like if you have an arm tattoo and you're a dude and you like, it's like that guy looks like he tries to act like he's hard, you know?
Chest could, maybe.
See, but then if you get man,
What if I got the prison tat of like over the
Thug
stomach,
Life?
like in
You just
huge
Yes.
letters, PTG.
What if I just got my dick tattooed?
What if I got this like
Box
Shia
Hunter?
LaBeouf, full chest tattoo, but got our Christmas box hunter fully tattooed on my stomach?
Who knows? If anybody's down to get a Pastor Gary tattoo, hit us up. I will pay for it.
Let's figure it out.
I will pay for it. Not everybody's tattoo, but if one person hits me up, says they will actually do it, I will pay for your tattoo. If it's not, like, don't get an intricate one that's like $1 million.
You have to just get the letters PTG on your armpit, so it's
no. You have to get the mic and the star, and it says "Pass the Gravy" on it. It has to say "Pass the Gravy."
Oh, I thought I was just picturing just the letters PTG. I'm trying to keep this as cheap as possible because I'm cheap.
You go in. Moving on. What are your not cool guys? What do y'all have?
Robert, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. So it's some of it is also part of a Christmas shopping, like Alex. I waited for quite a while to decorate the tree, and I took it out this past weekend.
Oh,
and
it's way too late, bro.
It's a pre-lit tree.
What? There's plenty of time.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's a pre-lit tree, and I plug it in, and like half of the lights don't work anymore. So I think, okay, I gotta go buy more lights. And these are like the warm white lights. They're not like multicolor. So I go to.
That's the right way to go, right?
You're saying white? You're saying white is right? That's pretty fucked up, bro.
I'm not on that, but just with Christmas tree lights, I think white, it makes the ornaments look prettier. I think it makes all the other stuff look prettier. I think Robert agrees with me because Robert is, but not like the LED white lights. They're just the white lights.
Right, like warm white, not like bright white.
Warm white is a good way to explain it.
And so I go to Target to go look for some lights Tuesday, and I didn't find any. All I could find were the multicolor lights. I'm like, that's not what I want. I don't want these. So I go to Walmart that's like right across the street. Nothing there either. And at this point, like, because I'm thinking, oh, maybe they have a section here. There's a section over there. I've wasted like over an hour of my time on this. And I'm like, this is just reminding me why I don't like shopping in stores. I should have just bought them on Amazon. It would have been so much easier, so much faster.
But you just got to order in time, though. And that's the whole thing where it's all about the timing. Because, like, I'm an idiot that, like, waited forever to, like, do that. And now it's like, now I have to go to the mall. And I don't want to.
Yeah, I know. And so I'm thinking, but I'm like, you know what? I'll go in store. It's probably faster. No wasting my time. In the parking lot of Walmart after I was done, I went to Amazon. I ordered them. They got here today. I was like, oh, this is so annoying. And another, my second one is my keyboard. It has like a number pad on it, and for some reason,
as every keyboard does,
not every keyboard has a number pad. Not every
keyboard. Mine is all above the keys.
Yeah,
the number pad is to the side.
Yep, you guys are right. Yep, fuck me. Sorry.
Shut up, Pat. What do you know?
For whatever reason,
not a lot.
4, 5, and 6 just stopped working. On it, and I figured this out yesterday because I'm like doing work stuff and I had to log into something to post content, and so I typed my password in, and it says password incorrect.
Password has 4, 5, and 6 in it. Everybody.
Only 4, 5, and 6, so I'm screwed.
It's 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6.
It's just a combination of 4s, 5s, and 6s, really.
Yeah, I always got to remember the orders. Like, is it 4, 5, 6 or is it 6, 5, 4?
4, 6, 5, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 6.
And it just had wrong password. I'm like, no, I'm doing it again. So I went really slow. I'm like, click, 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 click. I'm doing it really slow. And it's still wrong password. I'm like, did I get fired?
Oh, dude, that's the worst. That is the worst. Sometimes they'll make you change your password. And if you're like not in the office for like Friday, like if you're like there Friday and it changes Saturday, like I've had that happen like 6 times where like I tried to check my email. It's like, your email for iHeart does not work. I'm like, oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And like one weekend I actually drove up to the office and scanned my key card in to make sure that it worked. Because like,
Yeah,
they
because,
would
like,
have
the
told
panic
me if
sets
I
in.
was fired, right? They would have said I was fired, right?
No,
But
they
that
just
is
fixed.
an
They just fixed the
absolutely-
glitch.
It's an absolutely terrifying feeling that we're like, I hope I wasn't just let go.
Yeah, because
all that access goes first before they tell you you're fired. Usually,
exactly. And I'm thinking, I don't think I've done anything bad. Like I feel good. Like I'm doing good work.
The horror.
And I'm like, I know tough times are tough, and there have been some like layoffs and furloughs. So I'm like, did it finally get to me? And then I just like, and then for whatever reason, I decided, oh, I'm going to use the number row just to make sure. And then I was able to successfully log in. I'm like, well, that's weird. So I tried, like, I opened a Google Doc and like started typing it on my number pad. I'm like, those keys don't work. And it's weird because it's not just 4, 5, and 6. It's like the surrounding keys, like the dash, the star, minus, and like the period don't work. The plus and enter do work. It's just, I don't know, weird things that don't work. And so it was just that panic of like, did I just let go and this keyboard isn't working? And now I have to deal with like customer support to get it fixed.
I was gonna say, like, the surrounding keys of 4, 5, and 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, 9.
No, I mean like the other one.
The surrounding
Yeah,
keys.
the surrounding keys. I can't pull it up. Like these other keys right here,
Yeah, cool.
and
keyboard,
then
at least.
these.
That's a dope keyboard. I think that
Yeah,
didn't you tell
lights
us you can
under
like change? You can change the colors and stuff on that one too.
Yeah, I think it just changed.
Oh,
This does change. Now it's yellow. Now it's.
dude, it's green. It's green. Keep it. Don't change it. Don't
Alright,
change it.
what's
It's
it gonna
green.
go with? Is it gonna go blue? Is it gonna go blue? Is it gonna blue?
I bet blue. I bet blue. I bet blue.
I'm gonna go red.
Ah!
Oh,
Blue! It was blue!
I mean, that is the natural color projection. Or
Shut up! I
Whatever.
bet it, and I win. You pay me money.
money, please.
Pay me the money now. But dude, that is a absolutely
really
terrifying feeling. You want me to tell y'all something? Pat, if you want to go piss right now, I know you just if you have to go pee right now, I can cover for you right now. But something fun that I've done with Tessa lately is I've just started. I'll take a pen and I'll just black out letters on her keyboard. That's a fun little game I've been playing with her. Can you remember? Can you remember where the keys are? And it's just like the A's gone, the G's gone, the M's gone, the I's gone. But just not just those. Just those. You have the majority of the keys.
I mean, until eventually you think of doing this again and you black out 4 more and then 4 more.
No,
and
I don't want to black out all of them. I just blacked out like 4 of them. And it's like if you like lick your finger and you like cross it out, but I haven't like nobody told her that. But like for a week she had like she's had just like keys that she couldn't see. And I was like, you don't know, like, do y'all know the keyboard? Like, I don't look at the keys. when I'm typing.
I like if I had to figure it out. No, I look at
If
the
I
keys
have to
while
type
I'm
a
typing.
password, I look at the keys. If I'm typing in general, I never look at the keys. Like I know where everything is.
I had to look at I look at the keys when I'm typing, but like if I look up, I have a general idea of where they are. So like if one of them's blacked out, I can be like, oh, that's what, like I could probably like type the dog jumps over the fence right now because I have a general idea of where they are. And if I slightly miss, I would know.
I feel that.
Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, the dog jumped over the fence. You didn't have to take typing shit in
You did
elementary
not
school,
ever.
and your
But,
and your education was bullshit. So I guess I'm next. Yeah, Robert, that was not cool. That really sucks, buddy. I'm sorry. I've got a few.
That's a really good not cool, dude.
I'll just burn through it, and I kind of alluded to this earlier. People that don't like absolute fucking bangers of songs. Alex being one of them with Tool.
Vodka.
No, Alex being one of them.
Broy thing to say.
Tool has some good songs. Alex is a hater, but the one that made me think of this. The one that made me think of this. Alex, am I going to get in trouble if I play the song in the background? It's going to sound like shit, but okay.
Just play it.
Wait, yeah. So I told my buddies I was going to play this fucking banger to get us ready for Call of Duty, and they're like, okay. And I was like, dude, this song's going to get us all jacked up.
Mr. Brightside.
And so I put on Mr. Brightside.
Because I want it all.
Immediately, haters.
It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss.
Dude, just hate. They're like, oh, all right, dude. Like that song's just old. And I was like,
whitest song, like white person anthem. Sweet Caroline, Mr. Brightside, white person anthem.
No,
Correct?
well, yes, but also Sweet Caroline's for everyone. If you don't sing
But-
when it comes on,
But Sweet Caroline is just like the whitest song ever. There's like one
It
Neil
is.
Diamond. But
It
like
is.
Mr. Brightside, Sweet Caroline, like I don't trust you if you don't like Blizzard.
But if this doesn't get you jacked up and going, and they were just like, dude, all right, can you stop? Like, can you just stop playing? I was like, we haven't even got to the chorus, and they're like, dude, it's not that good of a song. I'm like,
And you're still friends with these people?
I like by a thread. Here it comes out. Here it comes.
Cause I'm Mr. Brightside.
Like, dude, fuck you. If that song doesn't go hard as shit, fuck you.
Fuck
And they're
off,
like-
dude.
And they're like, no, dude, like, it's just an old song. It's not that good. I'm like, I mean,
I'm really mad at you
200
right now. I'm mad.
straight weeks.
I am.
I think it was UK,
Big
but
mad.
200 straight weeks on the Billboard Top 100.
Can I-
Was
200.
not 200 straight weeks.
Can I read a list?
In the
that I
top
just
100,
found?
not number one.
No. I said in the top 100.
Oh, because you know who's
And I
the
believe
number
it was-
one of
I
being
believe it
number
was
one.
UK
Number one of being number one in the world.
is our boy, Lil Nas
The
X.
king, Lil Nas X.
What were you saying, Robert?
Robert.
So I just found a list, an opinion piece of the 10 whitest songs in history.
Mr. Brightside, Sweet Caroline, right? 1 and 2.
I haven't looked at the whole list. I'm going to start looking at it now.
Oh,
So
start at 10 and read it off to us. This is gonna be good.
they're not listed like
it's just
just
a
ranked. They're
playlist?
it's just like a list.
Okay.
Not like number one, number two. So the first one they have on here though is Margaritaville.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Uh,
I don't know
Don't
why
Stop-
that has to be just
Don't
a white
Stop
song, but
Believing.
everyone loves it.
That's another good one.
Oh, dude,
All
that's an ultimate white teen, like drunk at the end of
R.I.P.
the night
Tony
party
Soprano.
song.
Creep, Radiohead.
Fuck Radiohead.
Which one is that?
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
No, that is not a top 10 white song. That's just a song.
Say It Ain't So, Weezer.
It's up
Say
there.
it ain't so. Dude, that's a good one,
A
but
lot
I
of
wouldn't
white guys have screamed that at the bar.
I wouldn't put that as like top white song.
It's
though.
it's a white song. It's a white
But
guys
it's
screaming that at
not
the
like.
bar. No, it
Yeah.
is. It is. Just
Next
own it.
I don't-
is Sweet Caroline.
Absolutely.
There it is.
But like, dude, I've seen, bro, I've seen plenty of other.
I'm not saying it's only white people, but I'm saying the
Love it.
whitest songs, Mr. Brightside and Sweet Caroline, are 1 and 2 to me.
Oh, we claim it. We claim it. It's ours.
Wagon Wheel.
Okay,
Yes.
that's 3. That's 3. That would be 3, I would say.
Yeah. Wagon Wheels up
Wonderwall. Oasis Wonderwall.
Oh yeah,
4,
that's a super white
4.
song. That's a super white song.
All Star. Smash Mouth.
That's more of a jokey song, but yes, still.
Yeah, I don't think like white people when I hear that song. But yeah,
Living on a Prayer.
It's up there.
that's just a party anthem, bro. The way I said that,
as- 'cause
hold
you're
on, the way I
white.
said
You're
that,
white.
that's a white
See?
song.
So
Yep.
it played into
Yep.
that game.
And the last one is Mr. Brightside.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, those are the top 2. Top 2, Wagon
Look, yeah,
Wheel,
I mean-
Wonderwall, Oasis. Like, those are that's the Mount Rushmore of white person songs. Wagon
Yeah.
Wheel, Old Crow Medicine Show, Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. Then we got Mr. Brightside, The Killers. It was the 4th one that I just said. Oasis, Wonderwall. Like, that's it.
All right.
Journey,
Yeah, that
Don't
was
Stop
good.
Believing, also in the conversation. But I feel like
Everybody loves "Don't Stop
I
Believing."
feel,
though.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like everybody likes
Everybody.
Don't Stop Believing.
But specifically that one, yeah, like that. I mean, that's just drunk white dudes at a party.
If you ever
Belting
watch
it
the
out.
Red Wings, if you ever watch a Red Wings game, if they have a game in hand, like if they've already won it, if it's like 2-3, and it's like there's 30 seconds left, and they take a face off at the like whatever moment they have where they can play it, they play the song, and then they fade it down at "Born and Raised in South Detroit," and everybody just screams that part, and it's like the fucking best part of any Red Wings game.
It's the only good thing about ever being born and raised in South Detroit.
Journey song?
One song.
Well, we had Barry Sanders for a little bit.
And the rest of your life is bullshit. All right, so I got two more I'm going to run through real quick. One of them is just, and this is on me. This is not on you, Alex. I woke up late last Saturday. I had a sleep-in day, which is pretty rare for me now. It was like 10:40. I wake up. I didn't have time to look and analyze bets. I just threw. Alex had posted Gravy Gambles. I didn't even take all of them, but I took a bunch of them.
Not all of them. You didn't take the winners, Pat. That's the problem.
No. I meant just for the college football games.
You didn't take the winners.
You put up like 10 up, and I bet like 8 of them. And instead of going 2 and 8, I went 1 and 9.
Look, I bet maybe 37 games on Saturday. Okay,
it was a bad day.
Who
cares?
cares?
It was a bad day. It happens. It happens. But I put it on me for not putting in the work and just blindly throwing money at the board with somebody else's bets.
This is a game I like to play on weekends.
But it's also on you.
On weekends, I like to play how much. It's called How Much Money Do I Have Out Right Now? And it's all the bets that I have placed, because usually I'll place bets for Saturday and Sunday throughout the week. But Saturdays and Sundays, I'm like, how much money do I have out now? And when I look at my little slip, I was like, I have $220 out on one day. Like, and that was before anything came back in return. So sometimes you can make like $600 out of the $220. I ended up making about like $350. Like, so I came positive, but you picked the first batch of games I went with, and then you didn't take any UFC fights, which absolutely fucking skull fucked.
Well, it was just rough. I ended up having to do stuff that day that just like came up. So like I was running around, so I wasn't just following
looking
football.
at games. Yeah,
I really wasn't watching football at all that day. So it was a bad day, and like I said, it was more on me for just blindly following you, but also pick better, so it's on you.
I do my research a lot of times. Sometimes I don't always hit.
It was just like I said, it was just a random Saturday, and I was like, well, I can't not have action on Saturday.
Gravy Gambles,
so
I would say.
I just do money.
At Gravy Gambles on Twitter.
Gravy Gambles is good.
3 out of 4 times they're winners, right? 3 out of 4 times.
I don't know if that's the number, but it's high.
I would say winners. 3 out of 4 times.
A lot of winners. It just last week was a bad. Last Saturday was a
last
bad
Saturday.
day. On
Started poorly. Bad college football day.
On the college football day.
But Daddy hit it big. 4-on-1
Nobody's
UFC
perfect.
plus
Nobody's
parlays.
perfect.
Nobody cares.
And my last one is
except me in UFC, and I was.
I saw this thing online, and it was pine tar scented soap. Being a former baseball player, I was like, yes.
I want to cheat and rub that
so
on my bat.
ordered it. I ordered it on the 6th. And I got an email the other day that was track your order. It's expected to show up between the 24th and the 26th. I was like, oh, sweet. So, like, the 3 days I'm going to be out of town and nobody's going to be at my house. So, like, yeah, that package is getting stolen.
I guess, yeah.
Probably not. Like, I don't know. It's probably going to be small enough to fit in the mailbox. So, like, the mailbox is fine. But I'm like, God damn it, I really want this soap. And it's going to get stolen. And if it does, I'm going to fucking order more. Because, like, the whole thing about it is, like, I don't use soap anymore. I use gel because soap, it gives you a little dry. But this whole thing is like, it doesn't dry you out. And it smells like pine tar. Like, come on. That's fucking awesome. So I'm just really hoping this works out for me. But
I also think gel is a bit of a waste. I also think gel is a little wasteful.
Oh, I love gel.
I was a gel guy until I had to start buying my own soap when I lived by myself, and then I quickly realized a bar of soap goes way further than
it does, but
gel.
I don't like feeling dry, man.
I don't feel dry with it. You buy the moisturizing bars.
I mean, I buy Irish Spring,
which is moisturizing. It's got moisturizing.
Do they have it? Do they have moisturizing bars on that?
Who knows? Original Irish Spring is a moisturizing
all I know
soap bar.
Is if this one works out,
and it's like $20,
and I really like it,
30.
and if this one works out and I like it and it feels good, I'm gonna reach out about maybe, getting something going with us. Who knows?
I mean, if they want to sponsor us, I'll do whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Shoot your shot.
I don't. You sponsor us. We go to bat.
I'm not going to ask for a sponsorship until I know it's something I like, because I'm not going to bullshit you guys. We love you.
We love you. That's what,
But
like
if
Southern
it works
Star,
out,
we literally drink Southern Star the entire podcast. So like, we love them.
all day.
All fucking
day.
good. So that's your last. Not cool, huh?
Yeah,
You're 87.
that's
not
all
cool.
I had. Yeah.
All right.
Now, while you set up this next one, I'm going to go pee because I did want to hear what you had to say.
Here we go. Let me tell you guys about Little M air fresheners, huh? Robert's favorite air freshener, my favorite air freshener, soon to be your favorite air freshener. Maybe. It should be. I know a lot of the Gravy Gang has already supported littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter, Instagram at Little M Tweets, at Little M Shop, at Little EM Shop. And they got the best air fresheners in the entire world. All right. I know that Taylor Swift just came out with that new album, but they have a getaway car keychain. They have a car keychain that just says getaway car on it. And that is their biggest seller. And that is a line from a Taylor Swift song. And it's really skyrocketed them. If I'm telling you, they have like the Taylor Swift album dropped and they sold a shit ton of fucking Little M getaway car keychains. Check it out, littlemshop.com. They got the best air fresheners, keychains, notebooks, everything that you can think of. They got stickers. They got awesome stuff. It's the holidays. You get the kids the stickers. They'll shut them up. They'll put it all over the walls or whatever. You can peel them off later. But they're going to love them. And those trees that they have, they don't cut down trees. Those air
Save the
fresheners,
trees.
They don't cut down trees. They save the trees. Because I throw out bird seed every time Little M Shop makes a sale, and a lot of times
Just throwing seed all over town.
Throwing seed everywhere. It's what I always story of my life. Am I right, fellas? You guys get it. You guys get it. These ladies around town know what I'm talking about. Hey, you guys.
That's a joke for the boys. You broads ignore it.
Ladies, take a break. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about. Again, and you just lost like a third of your audience. That was not a good idea. LittleMShop.com, the best air fresheners, best everything in the entire world.
Awesome seed.
LittleMShop.com. Go get you the best air fresheners in the entire world. If your girl's a Taylor Swift girl, hook her up with the getaway car keychain. She's gonna love it. She's like, oh my God, how'd you know that? Raymundo, you can back me up on this. You're gonna love it. Raymundo loves that keychain too. I promise you guys, you will not be disappointed. LittleMShop.com, LittleEMShop.com, the official presenting sponsor of our Answers segment that we're about to begin. But the Answers segment is basically just, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, which is actually, ironically, far elementary in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Miss Winters, I was in her class, and she said, hey, is it like there's no such thing as a stupid question? Does anybody have any questions? I raised my hand.
Stupid people.
Like,
you thought you were going to get through it. No.
You fuck faces. I was like, you guys, you told me there was no such thing as a stupid question. And I raised my hand. I was like, you know what? One day I'll be in charge and I won't judge people on their questions. And I was never put in charge, but I did start my own podcast. So it's sort of, if so facto, I was in charge of that, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I would say so. So if you got a high thought, a drunk question, something you saw online that you'd like to hear our opinion on, or just something you thought of on your own, at Past Grade Pod, hashtag PTG Answers, at Alex J. Middleton, at Not Pat Dion, and at Robert Barbosa 03. This is the Answers segment.
So if you just answer the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. Answers. Any questions?
All right, let's start with our first answered question from our podcast son, Skylar Lester. At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. He says, do all teenage dirtbags listen to Iron Maiden or just the ones from Wheatus?
I don't get that one.
I don't really get it either. I don't get it.
Why would you put it in if you don't get it?
Because he's our son, and I put his question. Like, I told you. If
Right,
I don't understand your question, I throw it in there because there's no such thing as a stupid question.
There are.
We'll figure it out.
No, you just proved it. There's no such thing as a stupid question, but there are stupid people like you that include. No, you. You're stupid. You included a question that you had no idea what it meant, assuming that we would.
Wheatus, I think, sings a song called Teenage Dirtbag. And it's, I'm just a teenage dirtbag.
Oh, that's right.
Baby.
But I'm trying to figure out the Iron Maiden one.
I never listened to Iron Maiden. Really?
No, it's just, do they say something about Iron Maiden in that song? Hold on, I'm reading the lyrics.
I think just the ones from Wheatus do.
I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday. Don't say.
Okay, so it's lots
maybe.
Of people then.
No. I mean, that's just it talks about Iron Maiden in the song.
Teenage dirtbags don't all listen to Iron Maiden, but just some, particularly ones that listen to Wheatus. That's my answer to that.
I'm gonna say Teenage Dirtbags listen to. I feel like we can find a better one. Who's just a Teenage Dirtbags listen to Kid Rock?
Yeah, but they also probably listen to Iron Maiden too.
Actually, no. Grown-up dirtbags.
They can listen to a
Kid
lot
Rock.
of things. They can listen to a lot of things. I think they listen to Iron Maiden, but not just Teenage Dirtbags.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say there's no pin down thing because I think we're looking at Teenage Dirtbag like a down, like a bad term.
That
No,
was
dude,
me.
there's nothing wrong with being a dirtbag when you're a teenager, dude. Like, dude, you're just trying to find your fucking path, man. I was a fucking dirtbag.
You're just trying to figure it all out, man.
I mean, I was definitely partying with dirtbags. I was partying with like 30 and 40-year-old dudes when I was a fucking teenager, man. Like,
kind of creepy now. Looking
it's weird. It was weird, but like, I mean, it's not like they were trying to fucking put their fingers in us or anything. They were just dudes that like to party, and we like to party too at the same time. And we'd all get fucking hammered, play some beer pong.
There you go.
It's definitely it's an Always Sunny in Philadelphia situation going on. It was very weird looking back. Like they were definitely trying to fuck the girls that were around us, but it didn't happen.
Absolutely. There was always that older guy at parties that you're like,
oh, you bought the beer or the weed.
As you get older, you're like, you're that guy. And as a dude, you're just like, yeah, that guy bought his beer. He's cool. We'll bring him to the party. And all the girls are probably like, don't.
Don't.
We don't like him. He's 45 and he wants to hit on us the whole time. And we're like, but we're chilling, babe. Like, don't worry about it. We got beer. We bought a 30-pack of Keystone.
For the 16-year-old dudes that are listening to this that aren't listening at all, don't bring that guy to the Halloween party.
Don't. If any of the Gravy Gang ever asks you to go to a party of yours, just say no. We're too old. All right? High school parties are for high school kids.
Never bring the older guy to the Halloween party. That is the creepiest of all parties you can bring him to.
And dude, if you're the guy that's out of high school, but like she's like really mature for her age and shit, like
Nope.
Don't. Because you're bad. You're fine chicks your own age.
Yeah.
Fine chicks your own age. Once it's like 25, then it's like fine. Until then, like it's creepy as shit, all right?
25 and older, the age gap after
it's
that
still
does not
it's
matter.
weird if she's like way younger, but still like 25 means she's usually like out of the college range.
If she's at least 25, then the age range after that does not matter. But like outside of that,
my girlfriend is 2 years younger than me. That is just
4-year gap.
I'd like to point that out. I would like to point that out. She's 2 years younger than me. It's fine.
Like the oldest
Acceptable.
you can be. Actually, I would say if she's 21, I think you can be like maybe 26 is the oldest.
That's fair. Moving on. This is a weird conversation. I don't like.
We got into a weird spot. How do we get here? I don't like that. God damn it, Skylar! Go to your room.
Go to your room, Sky. You're grounded, but come to the Spooktacular. You're not grounded from the Spooktacular. You may have Gravy's awards to pick up. Stephanie Bao at Stephaneezy on Twitter. That's Stephanie with 5 E's and a ZY. She says, if you could put a translator on your dog, what do you think would be the first thing that they say to you? I want a treat would probably be what Weezy would say to me.
The first thing that popped in my head was just like play.
Pet me. Ball.
Outside.
Ball.
Outside. I think it's
we
outside.
all think having a dog I wish I could text my dog. But like if your dog could talk, it would just like ball, 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 ball,
Hey,
ball.
actually, that's what's fucked up is if your dog could talk, it would probably annoy the shit out of you.
Which maybe that's a good thing. But
Because
I think that,
it's
like,
sleeping most of the time, but then when it's like, hey, but like, hey, dude, let's do it.
I have this duck.
Hey, come on,
I
let's
have
do
this
it. And you're
stuffed
like,
duck. Do you want to play with my stuffed duck? I'm like, no, I don't really want to, but I have it. Listen to me squeak it.
and you're like, no, but like I've got like, give me like 12 minutes left of this. I need 12 minutes, and then I'll take you outside. And they're like, oh, but you said the word. You said the word outside, so we're going outside right now. And you're like, no, calm down. I'm like, can't calm down. Already excited. Can't calm down. Need to go outside right now. Stop it.
Downstairs?
Let's go. Go. It's go time. Let's go.
Wheezy would just be like, ball? Ball? You want to play ball? Wheezy. She kept playing ball. Not now.
Poor Weezers.
Oh, come here. She's like, I was told dirty ball.
Actually, no, I think we're all wrong. 100%. If your dog figured out it could talk, the first thing it would say to you is food.
Fuck you.
Food. It'd be food.
Snacks.
It's food. Be food. Or food related. It'd be like treat, food.
Ball.
Hungry. I'm hungry. Give me food.
I keep saying it, and Wheezy's face just keeps going.
Oh, she's doing the head tilt? Oh.
I know those words.
She's such a baby.
We'll play some ball in a little bit. Oh, you did it again. Dog? If you say things in like your dog voice, she's just like, huh? I know those. I know that word. You want to go to bed?
Use your dog voice and go, do you want to go to the chiropractor?
Go to the chiropractor? If you say G-O before anything, she pretty much...
that's a cheat code if you say go.
C-A-R is a big word for her. I don't want to say it right now because she gets super jacked up, but she gets to go in the C.
Just say, see if she responds. See if she responds to do your taxes.
Do you want to do your taxes? She looked. She didn't tilt the head.
Oh, she looked. See, the voice gets attention.
Like,
this has been terrible.
Moving on. I think that dogs would say like, fetch food or something. Yeah, feed me. Is most likely what
they'd be like, treat. Give me a treat. I want a treat. It's awesome.
Our next one is from Josh Treecoddle at Joshua Tree 713, a nominee for our MVP of the year, and he says, "How did Kevin get that house clean that fast? All that shit went down, and it's just clean in 15 minutes. Well, besides what he did in Buzz's room."
Yeah, fuck Buzz.
I think. Like, it felt like there were, like, police that showed up the first one, right? Like, police showed up at night, and he had the old lady that was there. But, like, the old lady probably helped him clean up, right? Or the old man.
Say that again. You cut out after old lady. Or old man.
Old man.
Well, there was an old lady and an old man.
The old lady was in the second one. The old man was in the first one. The snow shovel guy. I feel like he may have helped the first time.
I don't think he helped clean up.
But really, you just gotta sweep shit up and hide it somewhere. Like at that point, at that point, you're like, "Mom, Dad, these guys are breaking in. I'm sorry, I put marbles and cars all over everything."
Yeah, you just gotta suspend disbelief in that one. Like that's one of the ones like there's really no explanation. You just gotta chalk it up to movie magic, and just be like, let that one go. It's a kid that fought off two grown adults because he has specific engineering knowledge, and this kid was 6? How old was Macaulay Culkin in that movie?
I don't know.
8?
8, 9.
Like he was figuring out fucking levers and pulleys and paint cans and blow torches and like
and the hot doorknob shit. Like that's crazy. Like that kid was going places. The real Kevin McAllister would have been like a fucking engineer.
Actually, that's your answer. Is the kid was a fucking psychopath. He planned this out for years in advance. So
he was hoping people would rob him.
That's what it is.
And he just got
lucky.
lucky.
He had a cleanup plan. So he specifically designed everything to where he would have a system in place. So once it was all done, that like, bam, here's my movement. I move through this room, into this one, into this one, into this one. And it's all just one motion of cleaning. And it can be cleaned up in 15 minutes. So that's what the kid's a fucking psychopath. He's Stewie Griffin grown up is what he is.
I think so too. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question, Josh. Todd Voss at as_seen_by_TV. Todd, we love you. let's fuck some shit up today in the fresh out of bed head-to-head challenge. Shout out to the one they called Tim. We could have an all gravy gang final in the Rod Ryan show fresh out of bed head-to-head championship.
When is the championship?
Championship's Friday. This Friday, the 18th.
So
18th, Friday the 18th,
potentially
6:20.
Saturday,
Tim,
we will
Coast
not
to
only
Nick.
be celebrating a gravy champion, but a gravy to gravy head to head. We should be celebrating on
last
Saturday.
year, Todd Voss in the same day won the Fresh Out of Bed head-to-head championship for the year on the
I
Rod
remember
Ryan
that,
show
yep.
and the MVP of the Gravies Awards. He has the opportunity to do the exact same thing back to back. Incredible. We have never had back-to-back MVPs. We've never had an MVP go. I think we've only had one MVP for the year. But we could have back-to-back MVPs. That's nuts. Josh Tree, you cannot be Rookie of the Year, so you have to go. You can't be. You were Rookie of the Year last year. You can't be Rookie of the Year for 2 years in a row. But Josh Tree and Todd Voss will be competing for the Rookie of the Year probably. Those are two of the final nominees. But anyways, Todd, I hope it's Todd and Tim. My non-biased opinion, if it's a gravy gang only final, that's good for all of us. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. All right, guys. But Todd Voss says, why is Bowser always kidnapping Princess? Is it an actual attraction or just a power move?
It is an attraction, but not to Princess.
I think he's really attracted to Mario, and he's trying to be like, Mario.
He is.
Come on over.
He's into Mario, but he's also into BDSM. So he likes being abused, and the only way he knows how to get Mario to do it is kidnap Mario's girlfriend, so that way Mario will come and beat him up. And what you don't realize is after Mario beats him up and he grabs the princess and they run off out of the castle, Bowser's coming.
Oh, yeah, that's just like that's what you don't see behind the
just,
castle doors.
He's just like abused me.
I agree. That was a quick question. I like that.
Yeah. Bowser's a freak.
Final question of the week comes from Daniel Ramos at DJ Dan Holton. He says, if someone came up to you and said, buy into cryptocurrency, it's about to start going up, would you?
No.
No.
My buddy's been telling me to do this for 3 years.
Because I don't understand it. I'm not saying it wouldn't be going up and it wouldn't be a stupid business decision on my part. I just don't understand cryptocurrency.
Actually,
if I can't hold it in my hand,
correlation.
I don't trust it. And I can hold money in my hand.
Bitcoin hit its all-time high at 20,000.
Right, I think that's why he asked us that.
No, didn't he ask us this a little while ago?
I thought this was an old,
obviously. Yeah, I thought this was an old question, but yeah, today. Buy
bits of your coins now.
This morning, or it was either this morning or yesterday morning, my buddy texted us and said it hit its all-time high because one of our friends was always like, "Dude, it's a bubble. It's just going to end. It's not going to work well." And it had its high peak, and then it dropped down, but it's back up to another high peak again.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna.
Don't buy now. Never buy high. If it drops low again, go for it then. Because I have a feeling Bitcoin is gonna be one of these things where it's waves. It goes high, low, high, low, high. Because it does have.
Not that I
some
know,
value.
but I agree.
No, I have no knowledge and no understanding of how it works at all. But just because it does have value, but it's an online thing that people don't understand, I just have a feeling it's going to go up and down and up and down. And that's how it'll be for a long time until cryptocurrency becomes an actual stable currency. And then it'll, be stable. But like, just wait for the dips, buy them there. And then, I don't know. Don't fucking listen to anything I just said. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't know. Listen to somebody that knows about cryptocurrency, not me. Not us. But that was it. That's it, guys. Next time we talk to you guys.
Ooh, that one was a wild ride.
We'll be live on a stage in front of all of you, and I cannot wait. Again, there will be a Monday episode next week. No Wednesday episode since the whole Christmas holiday and everything like that. We're going to have Monday instead of Wednesday. The Monday episode will probably be a long enough episode to get you through the week. Then you can have Christmas with your family if you're visiting your family, and then the following Wednesday we will have a best of episode, the best stuff of 2021 or 2020, excuse me. Then 2021 we will kick things off again, and I can't wait to talk to all of y'all. Hopefully, 2021 will be a fucking much better year, and the Spooktacular. Really looking forward to it. 3525 North Fraser Street in Conroe. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. And we are going to have as Pat would say, a great
time.
It's a
great time.
Great time.
Not just a great time, a freaking great time.
Freaking great time, eh? So come on down, 3525 North Fraser Street. Get there at noon. We got High Dive going on at 12:30. Pass the Gravy going on at 1:30. Then Winston Cook, Dizzy Moore, a.k.a. Ian Dartez of Hold On Hollywood. And following that is Santa Claus. So we got everybody that you could ever wish for. Santa! Santa will be there. We love all of you guys. Be good to one another. Wear your masks. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Yeah. I'm like the water when a ship rolled in that night. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife.